Boswell Media Sports and Cruisin' 98 present Leake Academy Rebel Football. Now here's the voice of the Rebels, Philip Palmertree.
I hope you're ready for Week 3 of Leake Academy football on Friday, September 2nd. Last Friday, the Rebels came up on the short end of a 10-6 ball game at 6A Jackson Academy. LA led 6-3 late in the third quarter before surrendering a 58-yard rushing touchdown, and they just weren't able to retake the lead in a very physical ball game. That LA-JA matchup was a defensive standoff with neither offense surpassing 200 yards in total offense. So now, Leake has to put the Week 2 loss behind them and heal up quickly as the Starkville Academy Volunteers pay a visit to Thagard Field. The Vols are 2-1 and are coming off a 35-20 win in a game played at Carrollton, Georgia last Saturday against Trinity Collegiate of South Carolina. Both teams have lost to JA early in the season. Both teams have big goals in front of them, and something's got to give tonight. Hi, everyone. I'm Philip Palmertree, and this is the T&K Farms Woodmiser pregame. Thanks for listening. Billy Steen is with us as our studio producer. John Alden Crosby is manning the camera, and Jonathan Fitzhugh will join us shortly. You can hear Leake Academy football on Cruisin' 98, the Cruisin' 98 mobile app, and streaming live at cruisin98news.com, where you click on the Listen Live tab. Tonight's game is also available on video, streaming to you courtesy of the Smith & Smith Attorneys video stream. That link is available at kicks96news.com. And tonight's broadcast is powered by Central Electric Power Association. We have a lot in store for you before kickoff. We'll give you the Junction starting lineups. We'll size up the Volunteers. But first, we get to visit with the Rebels head coach, Brian Pickens. All that and more is straight ahead as the T&K Farms Woodmiser pregame show continues from Boswell Media Sports.
Before you begin those do-it-yourself projects outside your home or business, be sure you know where your underground utilities are located. Always call before you dig. One easy phone call to 811 can protect you from injury and expense. Plus, it's the law in Mississippi. Make the call and avoid serious or fatal injury. For more electrical safety tips, contact Central Electric Power Association, serving you since 1937, an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Baptist Leake Primary Care Clinic understands that pediatric care is much more than treating a sick child. Anya Jones, certified pediatric nurse practitioner, wants to keep your child healthy and active by offering a complete list of pediatric care to infants, children, and young adults. Appointments and walk-ins are welcome. Saturday appointments are available. Call 601-267-1470, option 5. Baptist Leake, making your health care our #1 priority.
Did you know that shapes have sounds? This is the sound of a square, because it's Wendy's fresh, never frozen beef served up on those hot and juicy hamburgers. And this is the sound of a circle. Not the Arctic Circle, but a circle of frozen beef that's flash frozen somewhere else. And this is the sound of a triangle. Anyway, when you want hot and juicy hamburgers, go for the square at Wendy's. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's hot and juicy hamburgers.
Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Tired of being tired of laundry?
Let me tell you about the laundry lifesavers, Gibson Cleaners. Yes, I'm probably talking to you females out there because let's be honest, y'all are the ones getting stuck with the dirty laundry. Should I say it again? Gibson Cleaners, your laundry lifesaver. Just drop it off on your way to work, have a great day, and pick it up on your way home. Now prop up your feet and relax. Thanks to Gibson Cleaners, your official laundry lifesaver for life.
446 Beacon Street in Philadelphia.
Your kid's graduation, we were there. Your summer barbecue, we were there. That Christmas you burnt the turkey. Yep, we were there. 2 hours after the storm hit, you bet we were there. At South Group Cox Agency, we provide the coverage you can count on when you don't need us, and those times that you do. Coverage that's always there. South Group Cox Agency.
Welcome to the T&K Farms Woodmiser pregame show. I'm Philip Palmertree. And we've got Rebels head coach Brian Pickens on the line as we get you set for the Rebels and the Volunteers of Starkville Academy kicking off from Madden at the top of the hour. Coach, thanks for being with us pregame.
Thank you for having me.
Coach, let's talk about where we've been so far. The Rebels come in at 1-1, a victory at home 2 weeks ago against Winston, and then last week, trip to Jackson, played 6A Jackson Academy, and came up on the wrong side of a 10-6 score, but I know there's a lot of positives coming out of the evaluation of that game, especially when you look at what the Rebels did on defense?
Yeah, I thought our kids played extremely hard on both sides of the football. As I told them earlier in the week, the effort's there, and that's something you can't coach. You cannot coach the effort. Defensively, they're flying to the football. They're playing hard. When they get backed up, they really stiffen their necks and take a lot of pride in not letting the opponent score. There was a couple of times that J.A. got down probably inside or not on the 10 or maybe a little bit inside of it, and 2 times they punted and 1 time they kicked the field goal out of it. So, I thought our kids did a great job of if J.A. did break a play, the intensity stayed there, and they held on to what they had. So I thought the effort that they put on defense, you couldn't ask for much more out of that. And, something that we want to improve on and we want to take pride in. And, I know it's an old cliche, but, you win football games today. 2 years in state championship prove that. Offense, when it's on, it can score, and sometimes you have to outscore people. But bottom line is you got to play good defense to be successful week in and week out. Offensively, I was proud of our kids coming out of halftime. J.A. really does. They have a good defensive unit themselves, and we were kind of struggling with some of the things they were doing, and we went to halftime, came back out, and it was like a 4 or 5 play drive, and we scored and took the lead 6-3, and held on to that until late in the third, maybe early in the fourth quarter. So, like I said, I thought our kids played hard all over, and even the special teams, the covering, and the things that take effort. I thought our kids really stepped up, and they did a good job the other night of that.
Yeah, it was a hard-hitting ball game, physical ball game that I think you certainly expect out of the Rebels, and I think J.A.'s starting to show some signs that under their new staff that they want to take it up with the physicality, take it up a notch.
Yeah, and when you play good teams like that, Jackson Academy is one of the larger schools in our association, and when you play teams like that, they do nothing but make you better. You hate to come up on the short end of the stick, but a game like that is going to make you better down the line, and I feel like our kids are, a lot of our kids grew up the other night.
Let's talk for a second about some of the aspects of the kicking game. You and I had talked about it earlier in the week that Rhett Stovall got called on quite a bit to punt more than we like, but he kept answering and did a solid job throughout the game, helping us with field position.
Oh, he did a great job. There's an old coach's saying that says every successful possession ends in a kick, and that's either in a punt or at a kickoff, meaning you scored. A lot of times we don't like to hear it like that, but football is a game of defense, and like I said earlier, you win with defense. You win with when you can't get that first down and 3 downs, you punt it on 4th down, and that's what that punter does. He takes the ball and he sets them back in field position. So he did a super job of that. And I can't say enough about Red 2 weeks ago. Had never kicked in a high school football game, punched it out of our back of our end zone, to give us a little breather, and put the defense in good position, and he did that. And then Friday night with every punt, he got better with every punt, and to the point where some of those punts were going, 35, 40-yard punts. And I think one with roll was a 45, 50-yard setback. So, I mean, he really provided for, helped our defense be successful with flipping the field position like that.
And one other play we'll mention before we wrap up our look back at last week, Riley Myers made a lot of big plays for us on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, well, Riley, like I said, Riley's a good football player, and he's done that throughout his career, and that's one of the ways that we're going to be successful is him making those big plays on both sides of the football. So, I was excited to see him have the interception and then the 2 big catches, 1 for a first down. Well, he had 3 big catches, 2 for first downs, and then he had the long touchdown catch from Rip.
When we return, Coach and I are going to take a look at the Rebel defensive backfield and talk about some of the players there and how they contribute to the success of Leake Academy football. All that and more coming up as the T&K Farms Wood-Mizer pregame show continues.
Southerner Soul is the place where you slide. At Southerner Soul will serve you your choice plate lunch in a nice family atmosphere. For the salad lovers, they have a fresh salad bar with all the fixins. It's Southern Soul, just like Grandma used to make it. Highway 16 Carthage.
If you want to get the best in sportswear and gear, check out In Sports. In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia, offers screen printing with personalized jerseys, t-shirts, and fan wear to support your favorite team. In Sports also has customizable vinyl gear for spring sports like baseball and softball, as well as plaques and trophies. Looking for sports equipment? In Sports has that too. In Sports believes in giving the best possible customer service with in-town deliveries. Get ready for this sports season with In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia.
Sometimes life gets a little rough, and when it does, Performance Therapy is focused on highly individualized care. Owner Dan Young says no two people respond the same way to any form of treatment or intervention. No injury is the same, and no single treatment works across the board. Their therapists help people regain their physical function and mobility. Whether you're recovering from a sports injury, stroke, orthopedic surgery, or you're suffering from chronic neck or back pain, they can help. Performance Therapy. Philadelphia, Carthage, Canton, Brandon, Gluckstadt, McGee, Florence, Raymond, Pelahatchie, and Wiggins.
Performance Therapy wants to help educate you on specialty therapies that could give you relief in just a few visits. Dry needling is a technique using dry needles without medication. They're inserted through the skin into areas of the muscle. It improves pain control and reduces muscle tension. They also offer aquatic therapy in Carthage. This can increase your flexibility, strength, and stamina while alleviating pain and speeding your recovery time. Performance Therapy. Comprehensive care. Hands-on treatment. Proven results. Philadelphia, Carthage, Canton, Brandon, Gluckstadt, McGee, Florence, Raymond, and Pelahatchie.
Attention, deer slayers. We are talking to you.
Why should you make Neshoba County Co-op a priority? They are the hunting headquarters. Repeat, the hunting headquarters. Come get your game plot mixes and fertilizer today. They have your tree stands, game cameras, scents, and knives too. Neshoba County Co-op has the most abundant line of camo clothing and rubber boots you hunters out there are looking for. Oh, and don't wait. You better do your Christmas shopping while you're there.
Neshoba County Co-op, Main Street, Philadelphia.
T&K Farms Wood-Mizer is Mississippi's Wood-Mizer sawmill equipment dealership. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer sells the complete Wood-Mizer equipment line from small personal sawmills to the industrial equipment lineup. T&K Farms stocks parts and has experienced factory-trained service technicians with both in-shop and mobile service available. See T&K Farms Wood-Mizer to start your sawmill business today. Credit cards are accepted for all services. Like them on Facebook. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer, just off Highway 25 at 1128 Liberty Road, Louisville, 662-803-4332.
Welcome back to the T&K Farms Wood-Mizer pregame show as we have our weekly conversation pregame with head coach Brian Pickens. And, Coach, this is the segment where we tend to break down position groups. And so tonight we're going to talk about the Rebel secondary. We're going to talk about those young men at the back end of that defense. They certainly made their presence felt in last Friday's game against Jackson Academy, picking off a couple of passes in enemy territory. And want to open the door for you to talk about the important role that those young men play on the defense, because sometimes they're the last hope, aren't they?
We tell them that. Defensive lineman misses a tackle, he's got linebacker. Linebacker misses a tackle, he's got the secondary behind him. Secondary misses a tackle, you're fixing to know what their fight song sounds like. So that's the way we sum it up to them. That you are last line of defense, and you've got to get them down. And their number one job on a big run play or a big pass play is you make that team snap it again. And that was kind of evident the other night. J.A. had, a couple of big plays that they broke out. Our secondary tackled them, and then they got nothing out of it. And, so they serve a very important role in that defense. And I felt like, honestly, that's one of our strengths is our secondary. We've got a 4-year returning starter and Riley Myers back there at safety. And, I always say, if you want to know what a safety looks like and how it plays, it's Riley. He can cover passes. He can run with people. He can intercept it. And then again, I've seen him on run plays, drop people, for no yards to loss. Other night, with some of the formations they gave, It was an automatic roll up for him. He rolled up, played the run like a linebacker. And then in the secondary, he does a great job. If you got a receiver back there and you throw it up, you really feel like we've got as good of a chance of getting it as they do because he breaks on the ball really well. So he does a great job. Jake Brown's our strong safety, and Jake had been our corner for the last 2 years, and so he's a 3-year returning starter. We moved him to safety, and he's getting better every week. Getting physical, coming up to stop the run. Like I said, the safeties, and I want to say this about our safeties have a big role in they're pass defenders, they're run stoppers, they serve as hybrid linebackers on certain formations or certain teams. So, there's a lot those guys have to learn and a lot they have to get prepared for. But, Jake moving over, he's done a super job for us. He has some big plays for us, big tackles. Coverage-wise, he does a super job kind of coming from corner to that safety. But, and he's a good-sized kid, and so he can mix it up when he has to if he has to come up and fill gaps for us. So he's doing a great job. Our two corners can really run now. We got Charlie Brantley over at one of our cornerbacks. Charlie can run with anybody, and kind of a tall corner, and he had some big pass breakups the other night going down the sideline, and then. Now Bishop's another one. I don't know of anybody that going to really burn him either. He does a great job. He's got really good footwork. To watch him pedal back and move with these receivers, it's almost effortless the way he does it. So he got really good feet. He showed his speed the other night. We kind of talked about our special teams. Bishop turned it on. I told Bishop point blank, I said, Bishop, I didn't know you were that fast. There was that one time on that kickoff, he came up and
yes,
and he was running to the wedge, and then he broke outside, and I'm thinking, okay, we're going to take the ball over on the 30. Next thing I know, he has outrun everybody's sideline, and he's coming up sideline, and if it hadn't been for the kicker tripping him up, he would have scored. So he's got really good speed, and that's what you have to have. In today's football, you have to have guys that can run because these receivers are fast. They know where they're going, and you have to intercept. You have to just intercept them where they're going and cover them. But our secondary, we're really proud of that group. Feel fortunate to have them, and like I said, have the speed that we have back there with them.
Well, I was impressed the other night. Particularly, I can think of some plays in the first half when J.A. was trying to find out, sort of feel us out, and they were throwing some quick routes out, some little hitch routes, and isolating receivers on our cornerbacks. And I thought both Bishop Harden and Charlie Brantley made some outstanding one-on-one open field tackles. And, if you can't do that, like you said, all of a sudden the home crowd's standing and cheering and the fight song's playing.
Well, and I'm glad you pointed out because, a lot of times I will talk about the safeties and their physicality. With our corners, they have to be able to run. They have to be able to cover fade routes, go routes, post routes, all that type of stuff. But they also have to be able to come up and tackle hitch. And we always say this to them, if they catch it, tackle them. And that's, Charlie did a good job. Bishop did a real good job for us. I know Bishop, when they're on your sideline, you see a lot better. But I know, if they got away with the hitch route on him, he dropped them right where they caught it. So that's something else, Secondary guys, there's a lot that goes on, and I know I talk about the safeties, but the cornerbacks, they have to be physical also. With our, the way football's gotten with all the screen games and the way people try to get that ball out, they have to come up and sometimes they're going to have to play your outside force for you. And I've seen Bishop do it in from scrimmages, things like that we've had where if he's had to play the outside force and did a really good job. And then Charlie the same way. Charlie's not scared to come up and mix it up with you, at secondary. So that's why I say I feel like they're probably one of our biggest strengths we have back there. And just like I said, I want to see them continue to improve and get better. And I think I think all four will make some big plays for us in the future.
Coming up, we'll hear Coach Pickens' thoughts about what he wants to see the Rebels accomplish going from Week 2 to Week 3, and we'll talk about tonight's opponent, the Starkville Academy Volunteers. All that and more coming up as the T&K Farms Wood-Mizer pregame show continues from Boswell Media Sports.
The poultry people at Ozark Ag and Carthage are your poultry house headquarters when it comes to your building and equipment. Whether you're retrofitting an existing farm or maybe you're building one from scratch, no pun intended, Ozark Ag has the parts and equipment you'll need to rule the roost. Plus, they also carry a large assortment of hardware materials for contractors in the area. So, visit Ozark Ag today. You'll find them located at 610 Highway 16 West, right there where Farmer Joiner's Building Supply used to be. Ozark Ag and Carthage. They're the poultry people here in central Mississippi.
Moore's Pharmacy always looks forward to seeing their customers, and they provide 4 locations for you: Carthage, Walnut Grove, Sebastopol, and Lena. They also provide services to make your life easier, such as the flavored medicine machine for your children, Pack My Meds, hormone replacement therapy, and compounding. They also take most insurances. Moore's Pharmacy, Carthage, Walnut Grove, Sebastopol, and Lena. Always the shortest wait time, fastest service, and lowest prices because they will price match for you. Follow them on Facebook, Moore's Pharmacy, your family hometown pharmacy.
T&K Farms Wood-Mizer is Mississippi's Wood-Mizer sawmill equipment dealership. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer sells the complete Wood-Mizer equipment line from small personal sawmills to the industrial equipment lineup. T&K Farms stocks parts and has experienced factory-trained service technicians with both in-shop and mobile service available. See T&K Farms Mizer to start your sawmill business today. Credit cards are accepted for all services. Like them on Facebook. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer, just off Highway 25 at 1128 Liberty Road, Louisville, 662-803-4332.
What's stopping you from shopping local?
It's hard to tell what's actually local and what's just called local.
At Piggly Wiggly in Carthage, local means right here in Carthage.
Here at Piggly Wiggly, local and freshness are 2 very important words. Freshness means a lot in your kitchen, and local means a lot to our community.
Supporting local because we are local. Piggly Wiggly, with a convenient location just off Highway 16 in the heart of Carthage.
Shop local from your friends at Piggly Wiggly in Carthage.
Did you know most people overpay by up to 50% for individual health insurance? David Barham Insurance will save you that. Plus, David has the best rates on the market for Medicare supplements. The solution is not on the internet or far away. It's right here in Carthage. David Barham, a local insurance agent you can trust. Make sure you have the best coverage and price. Call David Barham, 601-941-1280 on the north side of the square in Carthage.
Final segment of tonight's T&K Farms Wood-Mizer pregame show, getting you ready for the Rebels and Starkville Academy from Thagard Field, and we've still got Coach Pickens on the line with us. And, Coach, what are some of the areas you want to see marked improvement in this ball club as we move from week 2 to week 3, regardless of who the opponent is?
Well, you want to see more consistency. We'll be able to establish our run a little better than what we did last week. Last week we had a hard time establishing the run. We did, towards the end of the game, we started really hitting it better. I think one thing that, and I've told them this, throughout the week. One thing I want to see us play a little more sense of urgency earlier in the game. Sometimes, we're executing, but you saw it in the JA game where we came out the third quarter, we were down. There was a sense of urgency. We took care of business. We got a little more physical. Seemed like everything speeded up a little bit, and that's what I think we need to improve on is come out and really hit the ground running, from the opening whistle. That's something I'd like to see us do as we go forward.
And I think establishing that running game is going to be especially important in tonight's ball game because we're going to have somebody with less experience taking the snaps, aren't we?
Yes. Right now we're Rhett suffered a shoulder injury last week. And that hurts you. As coaches, we don't talk a lot about injuries, but you got a 4-year quarterback back there, and he goes down. It's hard on a football team because a lot of times and we've done it. You do it. I don't care if a coach says he does it or not does. Basically, base your offense around your quarterback. You base it on his strength and what he does well. That's what makes you successful. And we came out last week, had the great drive, and I think it was the second possession, third quarter. He suffered the shoulder injury, and so he went out. I was proud of George. George Wilcox, the ninth grader. He came out and had to take over. And I looked at him. I said, "You ready for prime time?" And he grinned. He said, "Yes, sir." And so he went out there and he did a great job for us. Just managing the game, driving us down the field. We were able to get down there and striking distance. So we'll see a different face back there. It's pregame, so by the time anybody hears this, nobody will know. It's one of those things you don't like everybody to know. We also has played quarterback, so we're going to have some packages for him to come in and do some things. So, we're going to do some kind of different things. Not much different, but we'll do some different things tonight without Rhett, and go from there on offense.
Well, we certainly wish a speedy recovery to Rhett, and we know those other young men who are going to have to step up and take up some of the slack there. We'll give it every effort. Going to have a tough call tonight with the Starkville Academy Volunteers coming to town. We played some really exciting ball games against them through the years, and I know Coach Chase Nicholson is going to bring in another solid ball club to face us tonight in Madden.
Starkville, I mean this with the utmost respect. Starkville's one name. Starkville is Starkville. And he does a good job of keeping that team consistent. We've played them every year since 2015 when they dropped from the bigger level down to our classification. Actually, they went into our district, and we were district opponents for a long time, and now they're in the North District. We're more in the Central District, but we still play each other. It's always a good game. It's always a hard-fought game, and they're going to come in. When I say that they are who they are, every year consistently, he turns out physical football teams, that like to hit you in the mouth, run the football, and on defense they'll come get you. And, he's got some weapons at receiver this year. They're doing some good stuff over there with some of their receivers, and so like I said, but for the most part we got to match their physicality, and so that's what makes it such a good game, because when those games are over with, you've seen a physical football game all night.
Coach, we wish good luck to you and the staff and the Rebels tonight, and pulling out a win against Starkville, getting us to 2-1 as the season rolls on. Thanks for joining us pregame here on the T&K Farms Wood-Mizer pregame show.
Well, as always, thank you for having me.
All right, Coach Brian Pickens with us pregame. We hope you'll stay with us, because when we come back, we'll have Jonathan Fitzhugh join us, and he and I will preview tonight's ball game, and then before you know it, it'll be kickoff between Leake Academy and Starkville Academy. So stay with us as Leake Academy football continues.
Before you begin those do-it-yourself projects outside your home or business, be sure you know where your underground utilities are located. Always call before you dig. One easy phone call to 811 can protect you from injury and expense. Plus, it's the law in Mississippi. Make the call and avoid serious or fatal injury. For more electrical safety tips, contact Central Electric Power Association, serving you since 1937, an equal opportunity provider and employer.
At Wendy's, we make breakfast better, like with our Breakfast Baconator. Better from top to bottom bun. Savory sausage patty? Better. Crispy oven-baked bacon? Better. Fresh cracked egg? Better. The Breakfast Baconator might just be the greatest breakfast sandwich of all time. So you can keep settling for not better, or you can get a better breakfast from Wendy's. Tough choice. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Better Breakfast.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Your kid's graduation, we were there. Your summer barbecue, we were there. That Christmas you burnt the turkey, yep, we were there. 2 hours after the storm hit, you bet we were there. At South Group Cox Agency, we provide the coverage you can count on when you don't need us, and those times that you do. Coverage that's always there. South Group Cox Agency.
Dr. Brooke Bobo and his staff at Carthage Veterinary Clinic wish you and your animals the very best. They treat all animals, large or small, with the care you would want for a member of your family. Carthage Veterinary Clinic provide for your sick or injured animals and also offer grooming and boarding as well. Located on Highway 16, Carthage Veterinary Clinic is open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7:30 until 5:30, and Wednesday and Saturday from 7:30 till noon.
If you are looking for a career and want to make great money. Winston Plywood and Veneer is looking for amazing and highly motivated team players.
Wages starting at $15.25 to $25 an hour.
For production trainee, material handler, heavy machine operator, and millwright.
Winston Plywood and Veneer offer
Healthcare, dental and vision insurance, personal time off, 401k, attendance and referral bonus program.
Apply at your local Win Job Center or Indeed.com.
Winston Plywood and Veneer is an equal opportunity employer.
Boswell Media Sports.
Philip Palmertree with you as the Morris Pharmacy countdown to kickoff begins from the 488. We are back home at Thaggart Field in Madden on the campus of Leake Academy as the Rebels play in week 3 hosting the Starkville Academy Volunteers. And got a good crowd coming in. We've had the Rebel run with the lower elementary students, and so a whole lot of great atmosphere that is part of Leake Academy football going on around us. If you can't be here, this is the next best thing. We're glad you're here with us on Cruisin' 98.3, the Cruisin' 98 mobile app. There's an audio stream available at cruisin98news.com, also at kicks96news.com. Kicks96news.com also has a link to the video for tonight. We've got Billy Steen in the studio chair as our producer on Boswell Media Sports Studios. We've got John Alden Crosby on the action cam. And let's bring in the 4th member of our crew making this broadcast happen tonight, and that's our friend Jonathan Fitzhugh. Jonathan, welcome back.
Thank you, Philip. I do appreciate you on that, and thank you for having me here tonight again.
All right, well, let's get to work here, and I think one of the big storylines tonight are Rebel injuries.
Yes, we got a couple of them, and I'm going to start off with quarterback Red Atkins. He's out for the game tonight. John Riley Sanders, a tight end. Mitch Polachek, he's a left guard. He's out. But we got George Wilcock. He's going to be starting quarterback tonight. So the ball is in his hand, and I believe he can lead us to a victory.
All right, it'll be, it was not the plan to have the freshman play in starting week 3, but shoulder injury for Red Atkinson. I've heard some good reports about how things are going with therapy with him, so hopefully he'll be back in the lineup before too long. And as Jonathan mentioned, a couple of injuries around both sides of the ball, so some younger Rebels are going to have to step up against this 2-1 Starkville Academy team. They took a long trip over the University of West Georgia, did the Volunteers, and played last Saturday in a game against Trinity Collegiate of South Carolina as part of, I think it's called a Southeastern Independent School Classic, something like that. And I think Lamar and MRA participated in the recent couple of years. And so they've taken a long trip and had to adjust their routine a little bit, coming 6 days since they played rather than 7. But as Coach said in the earlier segment that this is Starkville Academy and they're going to play physical football. That's their brand. They do it. They're under a veteran coach who's been very successful there in Chase Nicholson. He's in his 8th year, has won 64 ball games and lost 26, and that's mighty good. Well, let's get to tonight's starting lineups. The captains are about to head to midfield, and Jonathan will keep an eye on the coin toss for us, and I'll give you tonight's starting lineup. We'll start with the defense. We're expecting starts Lucas Thomas at defensive end, junior, 6'2", 190. We did not get word for sure if Aiden Watkins was going to start or play in the first half, so I'll kind of decide that maybe he's not playing in the first half. But also that would put Jake Adams most likely at defensive end, 6'2", 190. Junior. Interior lineman Hagan Bobo at nose guard, 6'1", 235, sophomore. And then also Jared Sims, a senior, 5'11", 220. Boy, he has played well in the first 2 weeks of this season. The linebacking core, Bryce Watkins in the middle, senior, 6', 160. Dylan Jones, one of last week's in-sports players of the game with a couple of fumble recoveries, 5'7", 150, at outside linebacker. And also Camden Marble, who led the Rebels in tackles last week at Jackson, junior, 5'10", 150. Cornerbacks, Bishop Harden, senior, 5'7", 155 with an INT last week. And then also Jake Brown at safety, 6', 155. Riley Myers, we expect to be a go tonight. See him down in the end zone. Looks like he's had a little tweak in his foot, ankle area, but looks like he's taped up and ready to go. At safety, senior 6'2", 210. Charlie Brantley at corner, 6'1", 150. Specialist Rhett Stovall punting. Coach and I talked about him a little bit. Matthew Nowell having kicking duties. Seth Martin, the holder, and then also Ben Jackson taking the long snapping duties. Specialist for L.A. Offensive line, missing Mick Pucklich tonight, as Jonathan said a moment ago. So we did not get word of whether it would be Hayden Jenkins, the sophomore, or Tanner Walsworth, first-year player, who would take that spot on the offensive line. So we'll just have to see when the Rebels line up on offense. But we know Grant Barnes there in the offensive line. He's been starting at center, the senior 5'10", 250. Colton Burns at left tackle. Big Colton, senior 6'6", 290. Carter Walsworth at right tackle, 6'2", 300. And Jared Sims playing solid at right guard. We mentioned him earlier, 5'11", 220, senior. Wide outs. Charlie Brantley will see a lot of action at wide receiver. We expect Riley Myers, assuming he's able to go out there at wide receiver. Tight end Ben Jackson at 6'3", 190, the junior. Running back Whit Welch, 5'11", 195. We expect to see, as Coach said, some packages with Whit at quarterback as well. And we'll see who they decide to put at running back with him. But and then at quarterback, freshman George Wilcox, 6 foot tall, 200 pounds. Played the fourth quarter in the last couple of minutes, or couple of possessions of the third quarter last week at JA. But big, tall task for him tonight, and the Rebels are going to have to rally and play well, play clean here against Starkville. So, Jonathan, what did we learn from the coin toss?
Coin toss, the Volunteers won the coin, and they wanted to get the ball first, so we're going to be kicking it to them in just a few moments.
Right, the Rebels come out of the helmet at the south end. Navy helmets, red jerseys, and gray pants, white numerals. Starkville in orange helmets, white jerseys, blue numerals on there, and orange pants. We're going to take our anthem break right now. When we come back, I need to circle back and pay tribute to our friend Gilbert Barham with our recognition of a great friend, and we'll do our moment of silence for him also when we come back. Stay with us, though, as Rebel football continues.
Total Pain Care is pleased to announce the addition of a full-time pain management clinic in Philadelphia. This location allows Dr. Pearson and Dr. Martin, along with Sam Kratzer, nurse practitioner, to better serve Neshoba County and surrounding areas. Our mission has always been to reduce suffering, increase function, and promote independence for our patients. For more information, visit our website at totalpaincare.org and call us today. We are located in the Medical Arts Clinic in front of Neshoba General Hospital. Total Pain Care, better quality of life, closer to home.
Southerner Soul is the place where you slide your feet under the table and feel right at home. That's because their Southern home-style cooking really is just like being at Grandma's. Tuesday through Sunday, the fine folks at Southerner Soul will serve you your choice of a delicious plate lunch in a nice family atmosphere. For the salad lovers, they have a fresh salad bar with all the fixins. It's Southerner Soul, just like Grandma used to make it. Highway 16, Carthage.
Smith & Smith is the longest-standing law firm in Leake County. They're proud to support Leake Academy and all area football teams this year. Winning means you're willing to go longer, work harder, and give more than anyone else. Smith & Smith Law Firm has worked hard for years, and it's paid off. So will your work, young men. Smith & Smith is here to help you survive criminal and family law. Smith & Smith, 207 Water Street, Carthage, or at jesmith.law, jesmith.law, or call 601-267-5611.
Hello, Rebel fans. It's time for kickoff. Moore's Pharmacy welcomes you to an exciting night of Friday night football. Moore's Pharmacy takes great pride in supporting Leake Academy Rebels, the perfect place to start your weekend. Okay, Rebels, let's kick it off.
Boswell Media Sports.
Moore's Pharmacy countdown to kickoff. About to wrap up. We're about to get football underway, Starkville and Leake. Let's take our 18-second moment of silence honoring our late friend and colleague and biggest fan of Leake Academy, Gilbert Barham. All right, thank you. The starting lineups we had earlier brought to you by your friends at the Junction. 7 locations all over East Central Mississippi. If your tank is getting empty, your stomach's getting empty, stop at the Junction. Thanks to our friends at Prince Oil for their support of Rebel Athletics. All right, we're about to have the kickoff, and we'll squeeze in Jonathan, our Winston Plywood and Veneer weather report. Or let's see if you can do it quick. Do it now. Here's your chance.
Yep, 84 degrees. Humidity is about 67, so it's a little warm out here tonight. But hey, fall weather's coming, so y'all bear with us.
Thanks for that message of hope. Yes, we look forward to it. Rebels will be kicking it off. Matthew Nowell will be kicking it off left to right. Rebels in red jerseys. Vols in white. They have the orange helmets, but they've gone no decal this year. They used to have a Vols decal for as long as I can remember on the side, but they have gone sort of the Cleveland Browns direction.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Cleveland Browns.
But the colors are like an SEC team that we that not many of us love around here.
Not the dadgum Gators.
Florida Gator colors. All right, here we go. Getting ready. Tonight's broadcast powered by Central Hits. The 15 scooped up there, coming to the outside. Ben Lyle with it for Starkville. He stays on his feet, but is kept from turning upfield, and an open field tackle by Jake Brown brings him down at the 21. And that's a good place for Starkville to start. They'll have 79 yards of real estate in front of them. Tonight's first quarter presented by the Leake County Co-op. Hope you're enjoying the Smith & Smith Attorneys video stream. We've got an exciting announcement to make about that. We'll make a little bit later in the first half and during the Wendy's halftime. Starkville on offense. 4 wideouts in the formation. Quarterback takes the snap, heading to the outside. He's got room to run, but gets forced down around the numbers after a gain of about 6. That's quarterback Briggs Bennett Jr. taking over for Randall Futrell, who was a great quarterback they had for quite a few years, but he picks up 6 on first down and gets hit Charlie Brantley in there on the tackle, 2nd and 4.
Hopefully we'll say his name a lot tonight. He's good defensive end.
So now it looks like Luke McKenzie at quarterback, number 6. They'll hand off straight ahead. Lunging, diving, getting through a tackle is Charlie Nicholas. And he's going to lean forward and get the first down at the 43. Bryce Watkins had him around the ankle and short of the first down, but he managed to kind of spurt loose and pick up the first down. 1st and 10, Vols. 3 wide outs. Now they'll send the running back out as a slot receiver to the right, bring him right and bring him in motion. Bennett throws short pass caught by Drew Williams, and he'll get nice yardage up just past the 40 to the 41, pickup of 8. And again, Charlie Brantley was right there to keep him in front of him and make the tackle. 2nd and 2. So we've seen the Volunteers do a good job on first down these first 2 series.
Defense last week put up a good battle against JA. Hopefully we can do that again tonight.
4 wide out set. Bennett quarterback draw, gets a block, will get the first down and gets put down by Dylan Jones. But he gets to the 44 in Starkville territory, and that's just a yard past the marker and another first down. So back-to-back first downs for Starkville in tonight's first quarter.
Defensive front needs to watch the short runs and keep an eye on that quarterback.
1st and 10. Rebels with a 4-man front. They are set. They bring the slot receiver right to a running back. They'll hand it to him. That's Nicholas again, and he is wrapped up in the backfield. Jake Adams was back there to get him around the knees, and then Dylan Jones came to complete the tackle. So good job getting back there in the backfield.
Good read on that play. Ate it up right at the moment when the running back got the ball.
Adams and Jones combined for the tackle, loss of 4, 2nd and 14 from the 40. First possession of the ball game. 3 wide outs and an H-back to the left. And they'll go an option to the right side. Pitch and nice open field tackle in the backfield. Safety Riley Myers coming up and knocking the running back Wyatt Bice off his feet. And he lost 1 on the play, and it's 3rd and 15.
Hey, defense is turning it up right now. 3rd and 15. Let's get a punt.
Riley Myers so quick back there at safety, but as Coach said in the pregame interview, he can read he can read plays, get back there he's like another linebacker out there. And so 4 wide outs, 2 to each side, 3rd and 15 for the Vols. Bennett has time. Lucas Thomas coming his way. There was holding, but no call. And there is a call. They complete the pass, turn it upfield, 30-yard line, but it's going to be irrelevant because there was a hold as bigger than Texas out there.
Oh, yes, sir. Sure was. So going to bring them all back and start it over again.
Credit Lucas Thomas with blowing up that play.
Yep.
He came from defensive end and came up the middle right at Briggs, Bennett, and the offensive lineman decided, well, I don't want my quarterback to get flattened, so I'm going to hold that jersey around the shoulder pad. So, of course, Leake will take the penalty, and it will be 3rd and 25. Line of scrimmage, the 29. They have to get all the way to the 46 in LA territory. Rebels keep 4-3 defense. 4 wide outs for the Vols. And again, Bennett will look to throw right side. He's going to put it up deep. And it's going to be tipped away at the last second by Jake Brown at about the 33-yard line. They were going up the middle, post pattern intended for Drew Williams. But, hey, how about that senior Jake Brown?
Hey, good clean play. He stuck with the receiver, swatted that ball away. We get the ball back.
Punt coming up here for the Volunteers. Credit Jake Brown with a pass breakup. Starkville will get ready to punt it. Snap back, punt away, low kick. Hit at the 42, into the hands of the receiver Charlie Brantley, and he'll get hit after coming upfield just only a yard or so, just past the 36. So the Rebels will take the field with George Wilcox at the controls, 1st and 10. No score in this ball game, 8:35 to go in the quarter. Tonight's first quarter presented by the Leake County Co-op. Rebels huddle a little bit. Receivers are out there, and Aiden Watkins is out there. And the slot to the right. Charlie Brantley split to the left, and Riley Myers split to the outside. Whit Welch, the running back. Pistol formation. Play action. Wilcox time to throw, but he's hit as he throws, and it's going to wobble around and get intercepted at the middle of the field at about the 42-yard line. They were going deep. I think he was going for Watkins, but he got hit as he threw, and the ball just sort of fluttered up there.
Good throw, but bad block.
Yeah. Protection didn't help him out there. So Volunteer ball, 1 play and out for the Rebels. Defense have to get back up there quickly and see if they can get the ball back for the offense. 2 split to the left, 1 to the right. Slot man in motion. They'll option it out to the right, pitch it out to Bice, and he'll hit the corner. A hold. Yeah, I think I saw the hold as he turned the corner. He ended up picking up about 8, but it's going to be wiped out.
When you see a blowout play like that, there's going to be a flag at the end of it most of the time.
Officials taking their time coming out there. Okay, there we go. And, of course, as we said, 10-yard penalty for holding. Flag was thrown at the 42, so they'll mark it back. Officially, Vice gets a 2-yard run, so it'll be 1st and 18. Again, they'll put 3 wide outs, this time 2 backs alongside the quarterback. Looks like McKenzie, quarterback again, and they hand it off straight ahead. They ran that play last time. Nicholas barrels ahead, gets step past the 35, and that's a short gain. Leave them in 2nd and 15. Pickup of 3. Give Watkins credit on the tackle there. So now 4 wide outs and a running back. And they'll run the option left side. Pitch goes to the running back. He puts his hand on the ground, stays up past the 40, 45, and will be marked down at the 47-yard line. It's going to be about 3 yards short of the first down. Good move by Charlie Nicholas. He came mighty close to putting that knee on the grass.
Look, a little scrub hole on the 45-yard line. Should have been a penalty there, but nobody threw a flag.
So 3rd and short, very manageable here. 2 good plays. That one especially for Starkville puts 3rd down within very manageable reach. 3rd and 3 from their own 47. We go under 7 minutes to play in the first. And they'll run a little handoff, then pass, but the pass is complete but short of the first down. It went back to McKenzie. He hands it to Bennett as a running back, and then Bennett quickly throws it out in the flat, the right side to Drew Williams, but he went to the field went to his knees at the 49.
Starkville has a little trickery going on the offensive side, but I think the defense is figuring it out early, and that's a good thing.
Credit Charlie Brantley with a tackle, although I'd say the grass did a lot there. So 4th and every bit of a yard, and they're going for it. Try to get to midfield. Handoff straight ahead, Nicholas, and he's hit behind the line of scrimmage, but able to wiggle loose and lunge across the midfield stripe, and that'll get them the first down.
Super close, but when he leaned over, the ball went over the line, first down.
Dylan Jones looked like he had him dead to rights for a second there, but good job. A little extra effort from Nicholas gets Starkville another first down. The Rebels have run just 1 offensive play, and that was an interception. The defense forced a Starkville punt on the possession. That's a performance therapy reset. 1st and 10, just past the 50. 2-by-2 receivers. Bennett, the quarterback. He's going to launch it deep. Spiral right side. Diving catch made at the 15-yard line. Drew Williams made an excellent play. The Rebels had Charlie Brantley and Jake Brown back there, but just good throw and catch.
Sure was, and Charlie Brantley, he stayed on his man, but he just didn't want to get the pass interference call, so he just kind of backed off a little bit.
We've got the heat timeout, and we'll take it with them. We'll be back as Leake Academy football continues.
If spending days looking for top dollar for your timber has left you feeling like you're barking up the wrong tree, then I would listen closely. Welch Forest Products in Union does it better than anyone and with the least possible damage to your property. Whether it's management, forestry care, pine plantation, thinning, or site prep, the last number you'll dial is 601-774-8200. They buy land with or without timber too. Call Bo Welch now at Welch Forest Products today. 601-774-8200.
The poultry people at Ozark Ag and Carthage are your poultry house headquarters when it comes to your building and equipment. Whether you're retrofitting an existing farm or maybe you're building one from scratch, no pun intended, Ozark Ag has the parts and equipment you'll need to rule the roost. Plus, they also carry a large assortment of hardware materials for contractors in the area. So, visit Ozark Ag today. You'll find them located at 610 Highway 16 West, right there where Farmer Joiner's Building Supply used to be. Ozark Ag and Carthage. They're the poultry people here in Central Mississippi.
Boswell Media Sport.
1st and 10 for Starkville. They'll throw a little short pass complete to Williams. He's wrapped up quickly by Charlie Brantley, but goes inside the 10-yard line as Starkville takes their first trip into the David Barham Insurance Red Zone. New sponsor tonight. Red Zone sponsor, David Barham Insurance in Carthage, and that's enough to get them the first down by about a yard. He was wrestled out of bounds at the 4, first and goal for Starkville. They are getting it done in little chunks, and they've had one big chunk play. Inside the, excuse me, go ahead.
They're probably going to use a little run play right here. So if we can eat that up, probably knock them back.
Quarterback keeper, and he cuts back to the other side. Play was moving to the right, but touchdown scored by Briggs Bennett. Nobody put a hand on him. Touchdown, Starkville. Yeah, they ran the play to the right. The Rebels had clogged it up pretty well, but Alert moved to the backside, and there was no containment on the backside there. And
left a big old hole.
Extra point coming up. Tanner McKee, sophomore lefty, going to try to kick it through with his left foot out of the hold of Jackson Walters. The kick is up, very high kick, and it is good. 5:13 to go, first quarter. Starkville 7, Leake Academy nothing. Back with the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff after this.
Babe, you know you're not a spring chicken anymore.
And what's your point?
You know you'd fit in real well at QC Supply.
QC Supply already has a friendly and knowledgeable staff of professionals. Plus, they carry a variety of poultry equipment, parts for new houses, retrofits too.
See, you know all of that, but you still forgot the most important qualification.
And that would be?
You've always been a real chick magnet, and that'll make things easier on you.
How does chicks flocking to me make my life easier?
Because you can only go so fast with your walker.
QC Supply, your one-stop shop for everything poultry, located at 2633 Highway 35 South in Forest.
Dear. Now he answers me. Yep, it's that time of year all you fellas have been waiting on, so come on over to Leake County Co-op. They have everything you need for hunting season, from food plot mixes to shooting houses. When I say everything, I mean it. They carry work and camo clothing, fertilizer, ryegrass, wheat and oats, poultry and online feeders, ladder stands, deer attractants, ground blinds, and deer cameras. Now that you know a few things they've stocked up on just for you, make sure you visit them. Leake County Co-op, Highway 16, Carthage. I wonder if they have a call that'll make him do the dishes.
Boswell Media Sports.
Moore's Pharmacy kickoff coming up after the Starkville touchdown. Makes it 7-0 Volunteers. Philip Palmertree and Jonathan Fitzhugh with you and Madden. Tonight's broadcast powered by Central Electric Power Association. Deep end over end kick. Charlie Brantley's got it at the 11. He's going to come up the left hash. Now cut to the outside. Move up, get to the 25, and then he'll be overwhelmed at the 27 and push to the turf there. The Rebels will come out on their second offensive possession. First possession, all too brief, wasn't it?
Very much so, and really we just need to watch the offensive line that really needs to help George Wilcox right now, as he needs to get a little bit more familiar with everything and help watch the pass.
Hayden Jenkins in there at the offensive line. Handoff goes to Welch straight ahead on first down. He's got 4 up to the 31-yard line. And he gets tackled by a lot of white shirts down there. Credit Davis Lancaster with the tackle, defensive line. He's kind of an undersized young man on that front. 2-by-2 receivers, 2nd and 6. In fact, they gave him the 30 to Welch again. Straight ahead now, finds some daylight outside, runs over the cornerback, barrels over him at the 40, and he's going to have the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down to the 41.
That was a good run by him, and got a good first down on the play as well.
So Welch, nice running straight ahead, but saw the opening to the outside, and he burst out there for a gain of about 9 yards. From the pistol again, Welch, same play, straight ahead, gets nice yardage on first down to the 46, pickup of about 5 up there, and Jackson Easton made the tackle.
Good run up the middle, found the hole, got a couple of yards, got to get a little bit more to get another first down.
Well, you know, I'm gonna say the obvious thing, Jonathan, here. If you could get 3.5 yards on every play, nobody could stop you. You'd win every game. Handoff, just pushing, pulling his way forward as Welch just past the midfield stripe, and that's going to be, I think, just a tad short of the first down.
I think about 3rd and 1, made over the 50-yard line. Got a Starkville player down.
There is an injured volunteer. Timeout called there for him, 3:27. And we'll take that break with them. We'll be back with the Rebels down 7-0 first quarter.
Baptist Leake Primary Care Clinic understands that pediatric care is much more than treating a sick child. Anya Jones, certified pediatric nurse practitioner, wants to keep your child healthy and active by offering a complete list of pediatric care to infants, children, and young adults. Appointments and walk-ins are welcome. Saturday appointments are available. Call 601-267-1470, option 5. Baptist Leake, making your health care our #1 priority.
Performance Therapy wants to help educate you on specialty therapies that could give you relief in just a few visits. Dry needling is a technique using dry needles without medication. They're inserted through the skin into areas of the muscle. It improves pain control and reduces muscle tension. They also offer aquatic therapy in Carthage. This can increase your flexibility, strength, and stamina while alleviating pain and speeding your recovery time. Performance Therapy. Comprehensive care. Hands-on treatment. Proven results. Philadelphia, Carthage, Canton, Brandon, Gluckstadt, McGee, Florence, Raymond, and Pelahatchie.
Moore's Pharmacy always looks forward to seeing their customers, and they provide 4 locations for you: Carthage, Walnut Grove, Sebastopol, and Lena. They also provide services to make your life easier, such as the flavored medicine machine for your children, Pack My Meds, hormone replacement therapy, and compounding. They also take most insurances. Moore's Pharmacy, Carthage, Walnut Grove, Sebastopol, and Lena. Always the shortest wait time, fastest service, and lowest prices because they will price match for you. Follow them on Facebook. Moore's Pharmacy, your family hometown pharmacy.
Boswell Media Sports.
Injured Starkville volunteer T.J. Edmonds has left the field up on his own 2 feet.
He even brought the chains out to measure that, and he's about an inch shy.
Just a couple of inches to go, and it's 3rd down. Yep, less than 6 inches. Rebels will line up with a power formation, put an H-back in the person of Aiden Watkins to the left. Then Jackson, the tight end, to the right. High snap. Wilcox hands to Welch, and Welch has no trouble picking up that first down. Just knifing straight ahead to the 45. That's a pickup of 5 in a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down.
So the offense has their groove right now. It's not the throwing game, it's the running game. So the defense is not stopping just yet. They were pounding through, finding holes. Let's get in the end zone.
First trip into Starkville territory tonight, 3:09 to play. Clock ticking first quarter. Wilcox and company have plenty of time on the play clock. Get the signal from Cody Burns. Trailing 7-0. This time Wilcox sets up to throw. Is hit again as he throws, and it's over. It's intercepted at the 30. Coming up the near sideline, Whit Welch makes the tackle on Beckett Leslie. And it's just like Wilcox is sort of taking just half a second too long back there to get that throwing motion going because he got bumped from behind, and again it fluttered.
Yes, he is. He's just taking a tad bit, 1 second too late to throw that ball. The offensive line is kind of breaking up as soon as he throws the ball. They're not staying together, and they need to help the quarterback. But, hey, we got the running game. Let's get the ball back, and let's just run all night.
Starkville has good field position at the LA 47. Ball on the left hash. 3 wide outs, 2 to the short side, nearest us. Bring a man in motion. Hand it off. Charlie Nicholas cannot find the opening. Got red shirts all in front of him. Let's give Lucas Thomas and Jake Adams half a tackle each.
Yeah, Lucas Thomas and Jake Adams, they read that play very good. Jump over the line and just met him right there at the line and just got him down. So, 2nd down.
First quarter of tonight's ballgame presented by the Leake County Co-op. 2nd and 12, loss of 2. Ball just past the 49. 4 wide receiver formation. Bennett will swing it out right side. Pass caught up to the 40, near the first down. In fact, high stepping. Looks like he's going to have enough for the first down, about the 35-yard line. That was Nicholas. Well-designed play.
I wish we had replay because I had a feeling his foot got out of bounds before he hit the first down marker. But, hey, I'm on the opposite side of the field. And I just want to wish the rest for Leake Academy right now.
It's a gain of 15 for the Vols. Clock 2:06 to play first quarter. First down and 10 for Starkville. Vols play in the North Division, District 1. Running backs, play action, throw deep up the right side, and it's caught by Williams at the 5, just past Charlie Brantley, and he's in the end zone for the touchdown. It covers 34 yards. That from Luke McKenzie to Drew Williams.
Briggs took the hit, but still got it off for a good touchdown pass. Defense had him, but didn't complete.
But, yeah, that was just a perfectly thrown ball. It's 13-0, and the extra point coming up. McKee ready to kick it. Snap, hold, kick, nearly blocked by Dylan Jones, but he punches it through. 1:59 to go in the first quarter. Starkville 14, Leake nothing. Back in 60 as LA football continues.
Did you know that shapes have sounds? This is the sound of a square because it's Wendy's fresh, never frozen beef served up on those hot and juicy hamburgers. And this is the sound of a circle. Not the Arctic Circle, but a circle of frozen beef that's flash frozen somewhere else. And this is the sound of a triangle. Anyway, when you want hot and juicy hamburgers, go for the square at Wendy's. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's hot and juicy hamburgers.
Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
He's headed to the end zone. Academy.
The Junction and Prince Oil Fuel Champions. As you travel to the game, shop and fuel with people who are invested in your community. 60 years of fueling Central Mississippi and champions like Leake Academy. Locations are all over Mississippi. Carthage, Philadelphia, Oxford, Ridgeland, Scuba, Louisville, Newton, and Union. They also do catering.
So be sure to put some Junction in your next function.
It's the Junction and Prince Oil.
Boswell Media Sports.
Starkville Academy has come out with the connecting with the early punches in the first quarter against Leake Academy. They've taken a 14-0 lead. Morse Pharmacy kickoff coming up here. Jackson Walters will hit a little pooch kick over to the 35, taken there by Jake Brown. 25. He's up to the 31-yard line. Sorry about that. Up to the 31, and the Rebels will start there. First two drives ended in interceptions, and the Vols were able to convert those into points, touchdowns. Last time they went 47 yards in about 5 plays, and McKenzie to Williams for the touchdown, 14-0. That's a reset presented by Performance Therapy. Wilcox and company, 3 wide outs. Whit Welch behind him in the pistol. Handoff, Welch. He'll get to the 35 and get stood up. About 5 white-shirted Starkville defenders around him, and they stop him up at the 35, a pickup of 4.
Found a hole, got a couple of yards. Keep on adding to that for him, and let's get a first down.
Mathen Weaver comes out of the game at wide receiver, and Riley Myers in for him. Brantley split to the left. Ben Jackson in the slot to the right, and Myers split out wide along the numbers. Wilcox looks at a 4-man front. They're going to throw. He puts it way up high, going to try to drop it into Myers, and he goes up, gets both hands on it at the 30, but can't hold on. And that ball was there, tall receiver, but just couldn't quite get both hands on the ball.
It would have been a fantastic catch if he would have had that, but good throw by George, and with an interception, so that was a good thing.
John Stephen Card and Cy Hallberg were back there defending for the Vols. 1:06 to play, 3rd down and 6. And Wilcox steps up in the pocket, going to throw it. Got a man open, but it's a little bit tall over the reach of Charlie Brantley at about the 30-yard line. Tight coverage back there. Good job by Ben Lyle, defensive back for Starkville, and that will put the Rebels in 4th down. Rhett Stovall coming out to punt.
Little running pass, right on line, but just couldn't complete the pass.
2 almost big plays on that drive, but that doesn't get you anything. Stovall stands at his 20. And Hallberg standing back about the 32. Stovall under pressure, puts a nice kick out there, tumbles over, fair catch at the 34. Give it to Starkville there with 53 seconds to go. Vols 14, Rebels nothing in this week 3 ball game. Hope you're enjoying the Smith & Smith Attorneys video stream. They sponsor that. We'll go ahead and put the announcement out right now while I've got a second. We're going to try to video cast, live stream every road game this year that we can. I'll have more to say about that, but that's a big announcement, and I know it's going to please Rebel fans far and wide. 1st and 10 from the 44. Bennett on the keeper. Faked up the middle, went to the outside right side, and gets time. Dylan Jones.
Good upright tackle there. Came on the side and just got him in bounds before he got him out of bounds.
4 on the play, 2nd and 6. Volunteers huddle up. Second and 6. Formation. Bennett, quick pass. Williams turns, will get to the 45, and Charlie Brantley will stop him there, but that's sufficient for the first down.
Short passes is what's really killing the front line of the defense. Charlie Brantley, we were saying his name a lot. He's a great defensive end. He's doing a great job, but the whole defensive line needs to stop the short passes and the long ones and hit the quarterback every single time we can.
And, of course, when you hit those short ones, Jonathan, then you can make that little double move, fake it, and then take off. And I think that Starkville's done that a couple of times tonight. One time it worked. Flag. Looks like an illegal shift. Going to be the call against Starkville Academy. Moves it back 5 yards, 23 seconds left on the first quarter clock. Illegal shift the call. First and 15 now. Ball put on the right hash at the 40-yard line. Now they'll wind the clock again. Single back set next to Bennett. And they'll hand it off. Right side, Nicholas breaks a tackle into Rebel territory. He's right near the first down, maybe a yard short before Bryce Watkins and Jared Sims could get down there to him.
Starkville's doing a very good job. After a penalty, they're getting their yardage back.
Yeah.
We cannot let that keep happening.
That's the last play of the first quarter, and it's been all Starkville so far. 14-0 Vols lead back in 60 seconds on Boswell Media Sports.
Dr. Brooke Bobo and his staff at Carthage Veterinary Clinic wish you and your animals the very best. They treat all animals, large or small, with the care you would want for a member of your family. Carthage Veterinary Clinic provide for your sick or injured animals and also offer grooming and boarding as well. Located on Highway 16, Carthage Veterinary Clinic is open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7:30 until 5:30, and Wednesday and Saturday from 7:30 till noon.
Before you begin those do-it-yourself projects outside your home or business, be sure you know where your underground utilities are located. Always call before you dig. One easy phone call to 811 can protect you from injury and expense. Plus, it's the law in Mississippi. Make the call and avoid serious or fatal injury. For more electrical safety tips, contact Central Electric Power Association, serving you since 1937, an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Boswell Media Sports.
2nd and 1 for Starkville at the Leake 46 as we start the second quarter, presented by Welch Forest Products. They'll use their standard set, 3 wide outs. In the back, shotgun, low snap, handoff, Nicholas. Lucas Thomas, Tanner Johnson hit him, but he's going to be able to fall forward right near the line, and question is, will they measure or is it a first down? He got a spot that favors Leake a little bit. They're going to call timeout.
They're going to get the chains in.
I'm glad they did, because I'm going to tell you about something that I saw during the break. You said it was in the 80s at kickoff, about 82 or something. Mm-hmm. I think it's about a degree or two higher right now because of the heat that was coming off Josh Ray, the defensive coordinator out there with his defense.
Oh, yeah.
Really really getting in some faces and challenging those young men. And then I also saw Riley Myers turning and talking directly to Charlie Brantley and trying to encourage him. It's been a busy first quarter for the cornerback, Charlie Brantley, and good job by Myers to recognize, hey, we don't want anybody to get tired, get discouraged, but just keep playing, make the next play. So it is going to be first down, Starkville after the measurement.
And Coach Josh Ray, he puts on a performance on the sideline as well. I enjoy that.
He has the fire.
A heck of a coach, I'll tell you that.
First minute of the second quarter, 1st and 10. 2-by-2 receivers. Oh, actually empty set with an H-back. Rolling out to the left. Bennett being chased. Take off up the field. Left hash. Get through one tackle and make his way to the 39-yard line or thereabouts. Jake Adams chased him down. 2nd and 5. Bennett checks with the sideline, then comes back to his huddle.
Should have been a 15-yard loss with a tackle in the backfield, but it was a 5-yard gain for Starkville. So defense just needs to hold ground right here.
2nd and 5. Slot man in motion, the little option play they like to run. They give it straight ahead to Nicholas, and good read there for the Rebels. Dylan Jones making the tackle on Nicholas after a pickup of about 3.
So we got him on 3rd down, which is pretty good. 3rd and 2. Just got to make a defensive front stop.
Ball at the 37, right in the middle of the field, or as Jack Crystal used to say, equidistant from the sideline stripes. And 3rd and 2. Time for the Rebel defense to stiffen up here. 4 wide outs, 2 to each side. H-back to the right. May see the quarterback draw here. No, they're going to swing it out to wide receiver. He gets past one defender, gets the first down, and will be upended at the 31. Bryce Watkins got to him, but the Rebels had him back there for the loss, or at least short of the first down. But as it is, it's a pickup of about 6 and a first down.
I will say Starkville has the pitch down perfectly right now.
That was Wyatt Bice on the receiving end of that little flare pass from Bennett. Good design. They've run it with effectiveness a couple of times. This time, 2 wide outs to each side and an H-back to the right. Bennett looks at the LA defense.
Let's get a turnover.
He'll roll out to the left. He's going to be hit. Oh, still on his feet. Gets away from Jake Adams, being chased by Hagan Bobo. Now he'll just flutter one into the sidelines and throw it away. Could have been a sack, but as it is, it's they force the out-of-bounds throw, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Couldn't wrap him up.
Jake Adams and Hagan Bobo just about had him in their grasp. 9:38 to go, second quarter. And the teams get inside the 20. That's now the David Barham Insurance Red Zone. Starkville's been there once. Rebels have not been there. Paid a visit tonight. 2 receivers. Hand off to Bennett. He pitches back to Nicholas, and he gets some room to run up the right sideline. Gets a nice gain. Will be close to the first down. Looks like he gets about 9 plus, not quite 10. Be 2nd and 1. Give Adams credit for the tackle coming from defensive end. No, they're going to say he got the first down. I don't see, well, maybe they just didn't put the marker down in the right place the first time, so gain of 10. I don't see how that measures out right, but there it is at the 21. McKenzie, the quarterback now. He's going to run option, take it himself, get hit hard along the 20-yard line by Bryce Watkins, and the gain will be short on first down, just a yard.
We're not playing aggressive football right now. The pitch is just eating us up. We got to start getting to the ball and just knocking it out of their hands.
So they get it near the 19, between the 20 and the 19. We'll call it 2nd and 9. Starkville with a time-consuming drive after a Rebel punt. 4 wide receivers. Empty backfield. Toss it out to Nicholas. He gets past Jake Brown. And Dylan Jones will bring him down, and Fitz, first Rebel that touched these guys on the outside, is usually not making the tackle tonight.
No, they're not. They're not getting on the tackle. They're not getting on the man. They're letting them just run all over them right now. They got to make a big play right here.
Pickup of about 5 to about the 15-yard line. 3rd and 4. Another big play for the Rebel defense. Ball at the right hash. Starkville's going to shuffle some personnel into the ball game as we go under 8 minutes in the second quarter. Starkville leading 14-0. Bennett, the quarterback. Nicholas next to him. Tries a hard count. And the whistles blow, and I think it's going to be a free 5 yards for Starkville. Or is it? Yeah, it's going to be offside against Starkville. Against Leake, and that'll be first down for the Vols. Good job using the hard count. Got just about the entire defensive line group to jump. So, a fresh set of downs for the orange and blue. 7:48 to go in the Welch Forest Products second quarter.
We need another hold. We need another false start or illegal shift or something.
With Nicholas at his right hip, 3 wide outs in the formation. They'll shift the H back over to the left. But run up the middle with Nicholas. Lucas Thomas grabs him around the shoulder pads and wrestles him down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Second and it'll be second and goal. The Vols are in the David Barham Insurance red zone for the second time tonight. Second and goal from the 8. And they're taking their time, getting some play brought in from the sidelines, but they come to the line of scrimmage with about 10 on the play clock. 4 wide receivers inside the 10. Now they'll bring the slot man in as a running back. Swinging out to him, that's Nicholas picking his way forward, and the Rebels read it well. Stop him there. Watkins and Myers getting credit for the tackle.
Read it like a book. Went on in there, got the tackle. Hey, it's 3rd down again. Let's get them to a field goal.
3rd down, and it looks like they're at about the 6-7-yard line. Got a couple on that run play. That little run play. So 3rd down. Can the Rebels stop the Vols here? Receivers. Williams, the dangerous receiver, out to the right. They're going to run the option right side. Bennett slips ahead, gets wrapped up, but he's going to be stopped short of the goal line. Looks like he's at the 1. And again, a Rebel got a hand on him about the 5, but then all of a sudden he stayed upright and gets down to the 1. Be 4th down, timeout called by Starkville, and we'll take it with them. They lead at 14-0, just under 6 to play before halftime.
The poultry people at Ozark Ag and Carthage are your poultry house headquarters when it comes to your building and equipment. Whether you're retrofitting an existing farm or maybe you're building one from scratch, no pun intended, Ozark Ag has the parts and equipment you'll need to rule the roost. Plus, they also carry a large assortment of hardware materials for contractors in the area. So, visit Ozark Ag today. You'll find them located at 610 Highway 16 West, right there where Farmer Joiner's Building Supply used to be. Ozark Ag and Carthage. They're the poultry people here in central Mississippi.
T&K Farms Wood-Mizer is Mississippi's Wood-Mizer sawmill equipment dealership. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer sells the complete Wood-Mizer equipment line from small personal sawmills to the industrial equipment lineup. T&K Farms stocks parts and has experienced factory-trained service technicians with both in-shop and mobile service available. See T&K Farms Wood-Mizer to start your sawmill business today. Credit cards are accepted for all services. Like them on Facebook. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer, just off Highway 25 at 1128 Liberty Road, Louisville, 662-803-4332.
Boswell Media Sports.
Well, you don't ever want to be too dramatic, Jonathan Fitzhugh, but this 4th and 1 play from the 1 for Starkville is so big for Leake right now.
You're down 14-0 with 5:57 left in the second quarter. 4th and 1. Got to get a goal line stand right.
They'll run a heavy package to the right side, but they're going to throw it. Quick pass, Bennett out to the end zone, complete to Williams for the touchdown. Just threw a little hitch route to the right side in the end zone. Touchdown, Starkville. Charlie Brantley was back there in defense, but he was out there all alone, and they just threw the ball in the right place. Receiver turned around, came back to the ball, and made the catch for 6. Extra point coming here. McKee ready. Up, snap, and they're going to get just wiped out in the backfield. Jackson Walters got the snap, and then Dylan Jones and Cade Marble were back there along with Lucas Thomas putting 1, 2, 3 hits on him. So 20-0 our score with 5:47 to go. We'll be back with the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff.
Performance Therapy wants to help educate you on specialty therapies that could give you relief in just a few visits. Dry needling is a technique using dry needles without medication. They're inserted through the skin into areas of the muscle. It improves pain control and reduces muscle tension. They also offer aquatic therapy in Carthage. This can increase your flexibility, strength, and stamina while alleviating pain and speeding your recovery time. Performance Therapy. Comprehensive care. Hands-on treatment. Proven results. Philadelphia, Carthage, Canton, Brandon, Gluckstadt, McGee, Florence, Raymond, and Pelahatchie.
Moore's Pharmacy always looks forward to seeing their customers, and they provide 4 locations for you: Carthage, Walnut Grove, Sebastopol, and Lena. They also provide services to make your life easier, such as the flavored medicine machine for your children, Pack My Meds, hormone replacement therapy, and compounding. They also take most insurances. Moore's Pharmacy, Carthage, Walnut Grove, Sebastopol, and Lena. Always the shortest wait time, fastest service, and lowest prices because they will price match for you. Follow them on Facebook. Moore's Pharmacy, your family hometown pharmacy.
Boswell Media Sports.
Here's the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff. After another Starkville touchdown drive, they've made it 20-0 over the Rebels in this first half. They have just chipped away at it. Very short kickoff. Lucas Thomas takes it on a bounce at the 41. And that was nearly a disaster right there. If that ball had skipped off to the side, there were a couple of Starkville guys ready to pounce on it.
Looked like a little onside kick there, but not a full one.
Yeah.
But, hey, we got the ball in good field position. Don't know why they did what they did, but, hey, it favored Leake Academy.
Yep, the Rebels need a boost. Need something good to happen offensively. Down 20-0, 5:45 to go in the second quarter. Wide receivers 2 by 2. Hand off Welch. He's got a good gain just straight up the left hash and knocking a couple of Vol defenders back on their backs up to the 47-yard line. That's a gain of about 6 or 7 on that play. We'll give him 6, 2nd and 4. Second and 4. Rebels playing from their own 46. Looking at a 4-man front. Wilcox from the pistol. Handoff Welch. Breaks to the outside. First down. And he lowers the shoulder. Gets the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down. And put a lick on Camp Overstreet at the 46.
So he's grabbing the outside corner, which is a little better pass than up the middle because they're figuring that out on the defensive end of Starkville.
Yeah,
but you know, they're not gathering up on the end. So if he can get a little speed, one good block, he might take it all the way.
Good job there by Carter Walsworth and Colton Burns on the left side of that line. High snap, handoff. Welch dances to the outside. Another good gain, and Camp Overstreet grabbed him from around the calves from behind and got him at the 40, or Whit Welch might still be running. So that's a pickup of 6 yards, 6.5. Good first down gain for the Rebels.
Offensive line is doing their job right now. They're holding the defensive line back and just letting them just run all over them right now.
3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Keep it on the ground. Welch went left, tried to cut back and slipped. Went down right at the 40, so no gain on the play. Credit Camp Overstreet and John Stephen Card on the tackle. 3rd and 3.5, maybe 4 at the most. Call it a long 3. You need to get almost to the 36. Ball the left hash, same formation. 3 men split out wide to the right. Charlie Brantley on the short side, nearest us. High snap, handoff. Welch, and he's just going to lower his head and get it. Boy, Whit Welch with physical running down to the 35, and another Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down for the red and blue. 3:41 on the clock, and the chains move. Another tackle for Camp Overstreet, who's an outstanding player for them.
So we're getting our groove in on the running game, getting on in the middle, on the outside, finding pass. Hopefully we
those
can get
safeties have got to start creeping down for Starkville. They've got a safety down as a linebacker. They're running basically a 4-4 here. And a handoff again, Welch. Good hole, 30, banging down to the 28-yard line. We're going to give you Whit Welch, and you're going to like it. That's basically what the Rebels are saying to the Starkville defense on this drive.
Got to find something going on, and Welch is doing his job.
And Welch is a human. He's got to come off and get a break. Boy, he has taken a pounding, but he's administered as much as he's taken on this drive. So Bishop Harden comes in at running back. Aiden Watkins lined up on the right side as an H-back. Harden to the left hip of Wilcox. Now it'll be Harden's turn to carry, and he's going to get hit, lose about a yard. He went off right tackle, but right there waiting for him, filling the hole, was Beckett Leslie, the linebacker, and lost a yard back to the 30. Under 2.5 minutes to play in the half. Remember to join us for Wendy's halftime. Expect to be able to talk to Rebel boys basketball coach Jason Morgan. Getting ready to start his first year in the 4-8-8. Clock winding down toward 2 minutes to play. 3rd and 5 for LA at the 30. Receivers 2 on each side. But the handoff goes straight ahead to Harden. He's got a little bit of daylight, but he won't reach the line to gain. He's going to be about 1.5 yards, maybe 2 short. We'll call it 2. Pickup of 3, and that's 4th and 2. There isn't any question that you're going forward here, and Whit Welch puts that helmet back on. He's coming back in.
Has no choice. Got to get 7.
You
right
got to
here.
get 2 yards in this ball game. I think it's going to be 24 getting them for you. And you know those Starkville young men are going to be keying on him.
Yes.
They spread the field a little bit, 2 by 2. And they get the hard count jump. I think they did. Flag comes out. I think it's going to be a free 5 and a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down. Good call.
Good call right there.
Riley Myers will check into the game for Mathen Weaver. 1st and 10. Move those chains. Ball set at the 22-yard line. Brantley, Watkins, Myers split out to the left. Ben Jackson to the right. Wilcox hands it to Welch. He plunges straight ahead, and that's 6 for the Rebels. Went through a huge hole untouched, and the Rebels are on the board with 1:13 to go. Touchdowns presented by QC Supply.
I am glad that we got that offside penalty on Starkville. That kind of gave us a little new life. Hey, he got on in the middle. He's in there, touchdown, LA.
And, you know, sometimes, Jonathan, that offside penalty, when you're a little bit tired, makes the defensive front a little tentative. And looked like the Rebel O-line just blew them back off the ball. So here's Matthew Nowell out to kick the extra point out of the hold of Seth Martin. Jackson snap, back, kick. Plenty high and tumbles up, and it's good. 1:13 to go. Rebels on the board, 20-7. Back in 60 seconds with more LA football.
Buy here, pay here at A&M Auto Sales. Brand new utility trailers, 6.5 by 14-foot tandem trailers, all the way up to 22-foot equipment haulers. You can rent to own with 0 down, no credit check, and 24 months same as cash. A&M Auto Sales. You heard it right. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5.
A&M Auto Sales. Follow them on Facebook or stop by their location in person at 271 West Beacon Street in Philadelphia. That's 271 West Beacon Street, Philadelphia.
Attention, deer slayers. We are talking to you.
Why
Why should you make Neshoba County Co-op a priority? They are the hunting headquarters. Repeat, the hunting headquarters. Come get your game plot mixes and fertilizer today. They have your tree stands, game cameras, scents, and knives too. Neshoba County Co-op has the most abundant line of camo clothing and rubber boots you hunters out there are looking for. Oh, and don't wait. You better do your Christmas shopping while you're there.
Neshoba County Co-op, Main Street, Philadelphia.
Boswell Media Sport.
Kickoff return past the 30 up to the 40. Nicholas breaking into the open. The Rebel 40, 35. Breaks another tackle, 30. Staying on his feet, 20. And he's going to get into the end zone, hit from behind, checking the field for flags and not seeing anything. And that's a kickoff return of about, I didn't get quite where he started, 80, but about 80 yards, 85 yards for Charlie Nicholas. And boy, that takes the wind out of the sails of this Rebel crowd late in the quarter.
Yes, it does. I thought he was out of bounds, kind of straddled the line a little bit and just took it on in. Good run and good blocks.
What an answer for the Volunteers. Great athlete, Charlie Nicholas. He probably broke 4 different tackle attempts on his way. I'm going to credit him with 85 yards. They're going to come out, and looks like they're going to go for 2. And flag comes out, so something happened. The referee's counting, so somebody – no, he says no flag. He miscounted the first time. So it's about to get him for breaking the huddle with 12, I reckon. But
glasses must have fogged up a little bit.
2-point attempt here for the Volunteers. Handoff, getting straight ahead, but it is good. The handoff gets it, and they're up 28-7. We'll keep it right here. What a turn of events right there.
So after we get that touchdown, I was having a pretty good feeling that our defense is going to come out and stop, but hey, special teams made a big play on Starkville's side. We wasn't ready for it.
28-7, 56 seconds to go. Not the score you want to see on that Smith & Smith attorney's video feed. But Starkville making the big play. They've had a big offensive play. They've converted a pass of 34 yards late in the first quarter for their second score. And right as the Rebels looked like they had gained a little momentum, what a return punch by Starkville. Charlie Nicholas, 85-yard kickoff return. And I missed who ran that in, but we'll get that. That's not the most important thing. 28-7, so the Rebels will get the ball back quickly. The scoreboard says they have 3 timeouts, do the Rebels. I think that is correct.
Yes.
I remember, I think the only timeout we had was the heat timeout. End-over-end kick taken at the 21 by Bryce Watkins, and he'll trip, fall forward to the 30-yard line. 52 seconds left on this second quarter clock. Stay with us for the Wendy's halftime. We'll look at the scoreboard, talk about what happened in this first half, what the Rebels need to do to get back in this ball game, and then we'll also talk to Jason Morgan, new boys basketball coach here in Madden. On the left hash, 30-yard line. 2 wide receivers split out to each side. Whit Welch on the right hip of George Wilcox, freshman playing for the injured Red Atkinson. High snap comes back. Wilcox going to throw it over the middle. Rifles one right into the hands of Aiden Watkins. About a yard deep into Starkville territory. That's a gain of 21. They'll give him 22 yards and a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down.
Wide open. No Starkville player was around him. Hey, he got the ball.
Good sliding catch. 2 wide outs each side again. Wilcox ready to fire it. Has protection. Throws, but he's going to be intercepted by the safety, Cy Hallberg. He's into Rebel territory. Gets banged hard out of bounds by Whit Welch. And so 3rd INT of the half. And now Starkville's got 30 seconds, 29 to be exact, to maybe add on to this 21-point lead. Ball marked out of bounds at the 33, and that's just one that led his receiver too much.
Yes, he did. Kind of overthrew him a little bit, and Starkville was there to catch it. Third interception for him tonight.
Bennett, the quarterback, an empty set in the backfield. Rebels getting back there quick, and he's pounded by Jake Adams for a sack, and then a flag comes in late. See what that's going to be about. Side judge, linesman threw the ball, threw the hanky. We'll see what this is. He was a long way away from the action. Sack was back to the 38-yard line or so. Illegal use of hands on Starkville. I think coach is going to refuse that penalty. 21 seconds. Credit Jake Adams with the first Rebel sack of the night. Tackle was made back about the legal use of hands, blocking the back type penalty. Well, it looks like they're going to take the penalty, and that puts them back 10 yards. They're walking back 15, which I'm not sure I've ever seen that penalty says 15 yards. I think Chase Nicholson wants an explanation for that. Whatever it was 15 yards. But
with blocking the backs are usually 15, unless they changed it. Last time I heard it was 15.
So no sack there for Adams, but it still was a great play. Get a lick in on the QB. Ball right at the midfield stripe, right at the LA logo. 21 seconds to go, 1st and 25, as there's just a few seconds left to drain away before halftime. Rebels have some work to do in the locker room. And somehow they got penalized, Jonathan, 17 yards. That's a 17-yard penalty. Bennett takes a snap.
That's
Lucas Thomas coming back there. It was a hold and no call, but a sack made back at the 43. And again, Jake Adams says, okay, you took the sack away from me first time. I'll go get another one.
Yep. Should have been a holding penalty there.
Yeah, and he was
we'll
held.
Take the sack, but that's okay.
He was chasing the quarterback, and I think Josh Word just held on to him. Stopped the clock with 9 seconds to play in the half. That's a timeout. Carthage Veterinary Clinic timeout. Or is there a penalty? So, yeah, I think the Rebels used a timeout there. 9 seconds to play. Now, Jake Adams is coming off the field kind of holding his right hand up over his chest, kind of like maybe a shoulder stinger or something like that.
Going into the locker room.
Now they'll wind the clock. So it wasn't a timeout. For some reason they stopped it, but that will end the first half, and it's been all Stark. 28-7, Volunteers lead Leake at halftime. We'll step aside, and when we come back, we'll start the Wendy's halftime as Leake Academy football continues from Boswell Media Sports.
When it comes to the health and well-being of your four-legged family members, you need to trust veterinary experience that you'll find with Dr. Ryan Anderson and Dr. Steve Green at Central Mississippi Animal Clinic. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic is a full-service animal hospital that specializes in both routine and emergency procedures such as medical, surgical, dental, and grooming. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic conveniently located at 900 Highway 35 South in Carthage.
Visit them online at centralmississippianimalclinic.com.
Attention, deer slayers. We are talking to you.
Why should you make Neshoba County Co-op a priority? They are the hunting headquarters. Repeat, the hunting headquarters. Come get your game plot mixes and fertilizer today. They have your tree stands, game cameras, scents, and knives too. Neshoba County Co-op has the most abundant line of camo clothing and rubber boots you hunters out there are looking for. Oh, and don't wait. You better do your Christmas shopping while you're there.
Neshoba County Co-op, Main Street, Philadelphia.
Did you know most people overpay by up to 50% for individual health insurance? David Barham Insurance will save you that. Plus, David has the best rates on the market for Medicare supplements. The solution is not on the internet or far away. It's right here in Carthage. David Barham, a local insurance agent you can trust. Make sure you have the best coverage and price. Call David Barham, 601-941-1280. on the north side of the square in Carthage.
Southerner Soul is the place where you slide your feet under the table and feel right at home. That's because their Southern home-style cooking really is just like being at Grandma's. Tuesday through Sunday, the fine folks at Southerner Soul will serve you your choice of a delicious plate lunch in a nice family atmosphere. For the salad lovers, they have a fresh salad bar with all the fixins. It's Southerner Soul, just like Grandma used to make it. Highway 16, Carthage.
Total Pain Care is pleased to announce the addition of a full-time pain management clinic in Philadelphia. This location allows Dr. Pearson and Dr. Martin, along with Sam Kratzer, nurse practitioner, to better serve Neshoba County and surrounding areas. Our mission has always been to reduce suffering, increase function, and promote independence for our patients. For more information, visit our website at totalpaincare.org and call us today. We are located in the Medical Arts Clinic in front of Neshoba General Hospital. Total Pain Care, better quality of life, closer to home.
Your kid's graduation, we were there. Your summer barbecue, we were there. That Christmas you burnt the turkey. Yep, we were there. 2 hours after the storm hit, you bet we were there. At South Group Cox Agency, we provide the coverage you can count on when you don't need us, and those times that you do. Coverage that's always there. South Group Cox Agency.
Babe, you know you're not a spring chicken anymore.
And what's your point?
You know you'd fit in real well at QC Supply.
QC Supply already has a friendly and knowledgeable staff of professionals. Plus, they carry a variety of poultry equipment, parts for new houses, retrofits too.
See, you know all of that, but you still forgot the most important qualification.
And that would be?
You've always been a real chick magnet, and that'll make things easier on you.
How does chicks flocking to me make my life easier?
Because you can only go so fast with your walker.
QC Supply, your one-stop shop for everything poultry, located at 2633 Highway 35 South in Forest.
Boswell Media Sports.
It's the Wendy's halftime, coming to you from Thaggart Field in Madden. Halftime score, Starkville Academy 28, Leake Academy 7. Jonathan Fitzhugh will be back with us later in the halftime to look back at the first half and the final 2 quarters of play. But we're going to get things started with our interview feature as the Starkville Academy band is just taking the field right now. And when the Leake cheerleaders show up, we'll shut up and let you see them and enjoy their performance as well. But I'm joined now by Jason Morgan, who is the new boys basketball coach here at Leake Academy. And Jason, full disclosure, Jason and I go back a ways. We go back to 20 years or so. Full disclosure, I officiated at his wedding.
Oh, man.
I've known his wife's family for 25 years or more, and I've known him for about 20 years. And it made me very happy to see that he was brought in to the Leake Academy staff. And Coach Morgan, welcome.
Well, first off, thanks for having me. I can't thank you enough. This is a real honor to be part of this. You must be pretty hard up for halftime guests if you reached out to me. And I want to tell you, since I knew you were doing this, I've been listening the last couple of weeks. You and Mr. Fitz, you rock. Y'all are great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. We were at Jackson last week, and I've got some young ones, and we had to leave a little early, and we were on our way home, and you got me all the way home. So I enjoyed listening to the broadcast. I know the people in the community really appreciate you. And, yes, for all those listeners out there, this guy officiated my wedding. I think it was like 16 and a half years ago.
That sounds right.
Did our premarital counseling, got us through it. My wife and I are better off for you, sir. So thanks so much.
Well, thank you. All right. Well, let's give you the opportunity to introduce yourself a little bit. Give our listeners who haven't met you yet, don't know much about you, talk about a little bit of how you got here.
Well, my reputation on campus right now has nothing to do with basketball. To some people, I'm a pretty mean Spanish teacher, like those kids right there, very mean. And then I also do funny things at pep rallies. But I'm excited about basketball season. And Coach Shepard has been one of the most positive guys I've ever been around. I've been to his games many, many times, sat behind his bench, listened to a lot of wisdom from him. Been coming out here to Leake for probably 20 years or so. And when I heard he was stepping down last spring, I couldn't believe it. And I said, man, I got to reach out to Leake. That's a dream job. It's a dream opportunity. It's a storied basketball tradition. The girls are great. The guys are great. The people of Madden really support their teams. And so anyway, yeah, dream come true. I don't know what else to say.
Well, good. Let's go ahead and let's let you give us a little quick tour of the or a quick briefing in the Jason Morgan School of Basketball. What are you hoping to see develop in this Leake Academy boys program? As you know, of course, sometimes you know not everything appears ready at once. But what do you want to build?
Well, first and foremost, and the reason I got into coaching to begin with, I love sports and I love winning. I know the people at Madden here do too. But the primary reason I coach, I just like the ministry aspect of things. I like mentoring young guys. I like teaching them about life. Everybody is going to retire eventually, so if all you ever do is learn how to bounce a ball and shoot a ball and learn some inbounds plays, that'll help you for a couple of years, but you're going to be a person for 40, 50, 60, 70 years. So the number one thing I'm going to try to do with the young men here is use basketball to teach them about the Lord and to teach them about life in His kingdom. Basketball specifically, I don't want to lose you. How well versed are you in X's and O's and what? I didn't know how specific you wanted me to be.
Hey, take it anywhere you want to. I'm sure I'm not as basketball smart as I think I am, but hey, I am going to be there, Lord willing, calling those basketball games. So give me a preview what to look for.
So I'm going to brag on Coach Shepard. One thing Coach Shepard teams have always done a really good job of, Bob Knight calls it conversion. It's the amount of time it takes you to go from a defensive possession to an offensive possession, how quickly you get down the floor. Coach Shepard has always done a great job of teaching kids to grab the basketball and take off running real quickly. And so I started with that last summer, and we were real successful at it. In the half court, I don't know if you know what Princeton is or how well versed you are at. There's a school called Nebraska Wesleyan who does kind of an up-tempo version of Princeton, and I think that's what people should expect to see offensively. We're going to try to score as quickly as we can, but if people slow us down and make us play in the half court, I was really, really impressed with the guys, the amount of X's and O's, because I think this was a system they weren't real familiar with. And just in a couple of weeks last summer, the groundwork and the foundational stuff we were able to put in, and then took it to camp and played games with it immediately. And my big thing on offense is get a good shot every time down. Man, zone, trap, whatever, get a good shot. And I was really, really amazed. One of the things that I kind of critiqued the guys on a little bit as I got to know them and watch some film on them and getting to know the team a little bit is I critiqued their shot selection. And even within 3 weeks of practice and one camp, I felt like, man, we're getting a great shot every trip down. So offensively, that's what I guess our fans can expect to see this year. Defensively, I've always been taught good teams, as you go through the season, you need to get better at your half-court defense. Teams that are going to win in the playoffs by the end of the year in a very Tom Izzo, Michigan State kind of way, you need to get better and better and better at your half-court defense. Now, the Leake kids are great at pressure. The quickness is there. My sophomore class especially, I'll brag on. Tons of quickness in that sophomore class. And so I'm not worried about our full-court pressure or our ability to trap and speed people up. But one of the things that we really put a point of emphasis on starting last summer was we got to guard people in the half court. We got to get stops. We got to rebound. And so I think that's what people can expect to see from us from a defensive standpoint. And hopefully, like you should, we'll get better at that as the season goes on.
Hey, I like every bit of that.
Oh, awesome. Okay, great. I don't have a lot of experience.
And, hey, if I didn't, you still need to do what you want to do. Don't listen to me. But it should be exciting. Do we have the schedule firmed up enough where we know when the first time we'll get to see these boys play?
So we are probably going to start practicing as soon as we can in October. Our first game action, I think we tip off November the 1st. I'm not looking at my schedule. I know that's a road game.
Yeah.
I think it's at Capaya. I'd have to go back and check that. Maybe Heritage, but I know November 1st we are to go. Now, I'm expecting our football guys to play deep into the playoffs.
Yep.
I don't want to get them back until after Thanksgiving, and I
There
tell
you
them
go.
that often.
There you go.
Therefore, the group that I've got 8 varsity regulars, what I consider to be varsity regulars, who don't play football. So I've got to have those guys rocking, rolling, ready to hit the ground running so that everybody I know sometimes opposing schools may not want to honor a date if their football players aren't ready. I don't care who we play, who's on the schedule, what time the game is, or what planet it's on. If we can play a game in November, we're going to play because that's just nothing but experience. That'll make us better. And then whenever we get those football guys back, we'll hit the ground running, and I'm excited about getting back to where we were at the end of last summer. Had a really, really good summer with the guys. Had a very positive experience at MRA camp, both in terms of like team chemistry and also in our wins and our losses. I know summertime games don't count for anything, but really had a great summer experience with the guys. So excited about getting our guys back and getting it going.
All right, I'm going to give you do this for all the guests, no matter who it is, whether it's the head cheerleader or another coach or always give the guest at halftime an opportunity to be a real-life football analyst. So here's your chance. It's been a rough first half for the Rebels. What are some things that you see or things that the Rebels may need to do to get back in this ball game?
Well, I will go back to Tom Izzo. I know he's a basketball coach, and Bob Knight's another one. They constantly preach the importance of toughness. And I'm not talking about toughness in a weight room or toughness in a pushing and shoving match. I'm talking about mental toughness. It's hard to have first halves like we just had, but a mentally weak team will go in at halftime, kind of start kicking the bucket and saying, oh, man, it's over. We'll start getting ready for next week. What I'm expecting from our guys, knowing our guys the way I know our guys, knowing our families the way I know our families, and loving our coaching staff, they went into the locker room, they got fired up. So my expectation is that mental toughness is fixing to kick in. Starkville's going to sit back on their heels a little bit. Because they've got a little lead. They've got a padded on the scoreboard. I think we're going to come out swinging. I think we're going to get a score early in the second half, and we're going to turn this ball game around.
All right, I like the sound of that. Look, Rebel fans, Rebel fans, you don't need anybody to tell you to get excited about basketball because Rebel fans do that and as easily as they breathe air. But
amen to that, man.
Going to tell you, Rebel fans, make sure you get here early and often to see this Rebel boys basketball team, see the junior high guys, the high school guys. A lot of excitement ahead. And Coach Jason Morgan, we appreciate you joining us here on the Wendy's halftime and talking about it, and wish you well and hope it's a long, happy time influencing lives here at Leake Academy.
Dude, thanks again. You and Mr. Fitz, you rock. I wish y'all a great rest of the season. Thanks again for having me.
Yep, our pleasure. Jason Morgan joining us on the Wendy's halftime. Hey, check out the Smith & Smith Attorneys video stream right now, and the Leake Academy cheerleaders are going to take the field, and I'm going to close my mouth for a minute and let you enjoy their routine, and then we'll cut to a break. Leake trails at halftime 28-7. The Wendy's halftime show continues.
Tired of being tired of laundry?
Let me tell you about the laundry lifesavers, Gibson Cleaners. Yes, I'm probably talking to you females out there because let's be honest, y'all are the ones getting stuck with the dirty laundry. Should I say Gibson Cleaners, your laundry lifesaver. Just drop it off on your way to work, have a great day, and pick it up on your way home. Now prop up your feet and relax. Thanks to Gibson Cleaners, your official laundry lifesaver for life.
446 Beacon Street in Philadelphia.
He's headed to the end zone.
The Junction and Prince Oil Fuel Champions. As you travel to the game, shop and fuel with people who are invested in your community. 60 years of fueling Central Mississippi and champions like Leake Academy. Locations are all over Mississippi: Carthage, Philadelphia, Oxford, Ridgeland, Scuba, Louisville, Newton, and Union. They also do catering.
So be sure to put some Junction in your next function.
It's the Junction and Prince Oil.
Dear. Now he answers me. Yep, it's that time of year all you fellas have been waiting on, so come on over to Leake County Co-op. They have everything you need for hunting season, from food plot mixes to shooting houses. When I say everything, I mean it. They carry work and camo clothing, fertilizer, ryegrass, wheat and oats, moultrie and online feeders, ladder stands, deer attractants, ground blinds, and deer cameras. Now that you know a few things they've stocked up on just for you, make sure you visit them. Leake County Co-op, Highway 16, Carthage. I wonder if they have a call that'll make him do the dishes.
Babe, you know you're not a spring chicken anymore.
And what's your point?
You know you'd fit in real well at QC Supply.
QC Supply already has a friendly and knowledgeable staff of professionals. Plus, they carry a variety of poultry equipment, parts for new houses, retrofits too.
See, you know all of that, but you still forgot the most important qualification.
And that would be?
You've always been a real chick magnet, and that'll make things easier on you.
How does chicks flocking to me make my life easier?
Because you can only go so fast with your walker.
QC Supply, your one-stop shop for everything poultry, located at 2633 Highway 35 South in Forest.
Boswell Media Sports.
Philip Palmertree and Jonathan Fitzhugh with you at Thagard Field. Leake Academy trails Starkville at the intermission 28-7. The Wendy's halftime continues with a look at some local scores. Big game tonight. A lot of people are paying attention to some big boy football down in the metro area. Second quarter, Madison Central leads Brandon 7-0. Clinton leads Northwest Rankin 7-0 second quarter. MAIS score Tri-County 35 and Central Holmes Christian 10 in the second quarter. Boy, Tri-County just scores and scores and scores. Louisville blowing out Kemper County 28-0 second quarter. Scoreless first quarter score from Kosciuszko and Winona from up in Montgomery County. Purvis leads the Leake Central Gators 15-0 first quarter. And the thing just refreshed on me, so now I have to flip it again. Get a few more. French Camp and Eupora reporting scoreless first quarter. Also scoreless first quarter, West Point and Starkville. And we may get a couple more, but first I'm going to come back to my partner here, Jonathan Fitzhugh. Jonathan, what are some of your observations and thoughts about this first half between the Vols and the Rebs?
First half, Starkville just took it over on the opening drive, scored a touchdown, and but on our side, Welch is doing his job as running back. He got our only touchdown in the first half, but Starkville leads with penalties as well. I got them having about 3 penalties in the first and 2 in the second, and we only had 1. So penalties is pretty much cleaned up on our side. But good thing is, all right, it's 28-7, 2 minutes left before second half hits. We get the ball first to start the second half. Coach Pickens is probably in there giving a little earful, as a good coach should.
Yeah, a lot of missed tackles plagued the Rebels in the first half, and I know he and Coach Ray want to see that change.
Come out clean and let Welch do his thing and score a touchdown on the opening drive of the third quarter. We're kind of in the ball game. You know, the ship has not sailed yet. I have seen a lot of comebacks in a lot of football games, and we could see one here tonight.
Hey, that would be outstanding to see that. We'd all appreciate that. Here's another score that really of interest to all of us here following the red and blue. Next week's opponent, Union, playing at Scott Central. Second quarter, the Scott Central Rebels lead Union 24-8. The Rebels will be at Union playing the Yellow Jackets next Friday night. Let's go ahead and tell you 2 things. One, make a note of this. Start time is 7:30. Kickoff 7:30 next week at Union and not 7. MHSAA moving start times for August and September to 7:30. So we'll be on the air 6:45 instead of 6:15, everything 30 minutes later. And look for the video link. It looks like all systems are go for video next week of the road game. Boswell Media Sports going to try to bring you Rebel road games on video as well. And so Wendy's halftime rolling on. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we'll take one more glance at the scoreboard and see if there's another couple of things that we want to pass on to you, and we'll get ready for the Vols and the Rebs to kick it off the second half as the Wendy's halftime continues from Boswell Media Sports.
Babe, you know you're not a spring chicken anymore.
And what's your point?
You know you'd fit in real well at QC Supply.
QC Supply already has a friendly and knowledgeable staff of professionals. Plus, they carry a variety of poultry equipment, parts for new houses, retrofits too.
See, you know all of that, but you still forgot the most important qualification.
And that would be?
You've always been a real chick magnet, and that'll make things easier on you.
How does chicks flocking to me make my life easier?
Because you can only go so fast with your walker.
QC Supply, your one-stop shop for everything poultry, located at 2633 Highway 35 South in Forest. Chick Magnet.
Buy here, pay here at A&M Auto Sales. Brand new utility trailers, 6.5 by 14-foot tandem trailers, all the way up to 22-foot equipment haulers. You can rent to own with 0 down, no credit check, and 24 months same as cash. A&M Auto Sales. You heard it right. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5.
A&M Auto Sales. Follow them on Facebook or stop by their location in person at 271 West Beacon Street in Philadelphia. That's 271 West Beacon Street, Philadelphia.
If you are looking for a career and want to make great money, Winston Plywood and Veneer is looking for amazing and highly motivated team players. Wages starting at $15.25 to $25 an hour. Production trainee, material handler, heavy machine operator, and millwright. Winston Plywood and Veneer offer healthcare, dental and vision insurance, personal time off, 401k, attendance and referral bonus program. Apply at your local Win Job Center or Indeed.com. Winston Plywood and Veneer is an equal opportunity employer.
Attention, deer slayers. We are talking to you.
Why should you make Neshoba County Co-op a priority? They are the hunting headquarters. Repeat, the hunting headquarters. Come get your game plot mixes and fertilizer today. They have your tree stands, game cameras, scents, and knives too. Neshoba County Co-op has the most abundant line of camo clothing and rubber boots you hunters out there are looking for. Oh, and don't wait. You better do your Christmas shopping while you're there.
Neshoba County Co-op, Main Street, Philadelphia.
Boswell Media Sports.
Wendy's halftime wrapping up. Kickoff coming. Rebels will get the ball first to start the third quarter. And Jonathan, I think we talked about some of these things. I can't remember what we said off the air and what we said on the air, but missed tackles have been a problem out on the edge for the Rebels. A lot of yards after contact for Vol wide receivers and running backs and QBs when they've been running. They've been effective with a little option play to the outside. Offensively, looks like the running game is going, but boy, it would be a boost to see some completed passes. We've come very close on a couple of big passes from the freshman George Wilcox, and got to do something to get a little passing game going, or they're going to just bring too many guys for us to block.
So Starkville had a good special team play in the first half. We need one right here.
All right, well said. Yeah, the game really turned in terms of momentum on that 85-yard kickoff return for a touchdown late in the second quarter with 56 seconds to go. Charlie Nicholas took it to the house for Starkville after Whit Welch 22-yard touchdown run made it 20-7, and felt like there was a little bounce back in the step of the Rebels, but boy, it went away quickly with that special teams play by Starkville. So now we start the third quarter. That's a performance therapy reset you just heard. And the kick from Jackson Walters, going to be a deep one, but it's going to be taken inside the 20. Coming up near sideline, Bryce Watkins, 35, breaks a tackle, 40, stood up and driven into the Rebel sideline at about the 42. So good starting field position for the LA offense.
Should have been a flag right there for a late hit. Ref was right there. I don't know why he didn't throw it, but hey, good first down.
George Wilcox leads the offense off the near sideline. Rebels trail at 28-7. Third quarter presented by Gibson Cleaners. Rebels have one touchdown on a 22-yard run by Whit Welch. No trips for the Rebels to the David Barham Insurance red zone yet. First down, Whit Welch hit at the 45 and goes sideways and down. A pickup of 2 on the play. 2nd and 8. We guessed, Jonathan, in the first half, Welch has about how many yards?
We're guessing about 65. Did pretty good. Pretty well.
2nd and 8. 3 wide outs in the 4 in the formation, 2 on each side. Handoff, Welch straight ahead, gets the opening on the outside, sidesteps a tackler to the 50. And he's going to get near the first down, about 3 yards short. Stopped right along the midfield stripe, just a step deep into Starkville territory. 3rd and 3.
If he didn't have that stutter step at the end and went north, he would have got the first down.
Safety John Stephen Card made the tackle. 3rd down and what looks like a short 3 from where I'm standing, looking right up the 50-yard line. Pistol set and good penetration by the Vols. They're going to stop Welch at the 49. He only got about half a yard, if that. Yeah, no gain basically on the play. Not a good spot there for the Rebels. So 4th and 3, and they look into the sideline, see what Coach Brian Pickens wants to do. It looks like the Rebels are going to push ahead, and I think that is the right call to make there. Got to make something happen there. It's 3 wide receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. Wilcox checks the play clock. Still getting the signal in. He and Welch looking to the sidelines. Under 10 on the play clock now, and looks like a timeout will be called. Carthage Veterinary Clinic timeout. We'll join them. We'll join back with us after the break here on Boswell Media Sports.
If spending days looking for top dollar for your timber has left you feeling like you're barking up the wrong tree, then I would listen closely. Welch Forest Products in Union does it better than anyone and with the least possible damage to your property. Whether it's management, forestry care, pine plantation, thinning, or site prep, the last number you'll dial is 601-774-8200. They buy land with or without timber too. Call Bo Welch now at Welch Forest Products today. 601-774-8200.
He's headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Leake Academy.
The Junction and Prince Oil Fuel Champions. As you travel to the game, shop and fuel with people who are invested in your community. 60 years of fueling Central Mississippi and champions like Leake Academy. Locations are all over Mississippi. Carthage, Philadelphia, Oxford, Ridgeland, Scuba, Louisville, Newton, and Union. They also do catering.
So be sure to put some Junction in your next function.
It's the Junction and Prince Oil.
Boswell Media Sports.
Here's the 4th down play. They're going to throw it, put it in the air, throw it over the middle, complete to Aiden Watkins, 35. And Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down. They put it in the air on 4th and 3 and complete to the 34, right between the 4 and the 4.
Had to put a little Matt White on that. Sorry.
Gain of 16 on the play and move the chains. Well, that's a big one to get right there. Big sigh of relief from the home crowd. So I think a lot of Starkville, and it was number 44 who was getting the ball. Good throw and catch. Welch takes the handoff first down, following Colton Burns to the right side, but he's going to get stuck before he can turn upfield. Not much of a gain. Looked like things opened up there, but good job moving laterally. I think that was Card, the safety, who hit Welch on the thighs and put him down.
Hey, give it up to Colton Burns there to kind of hold him just a little bit. He did a pretty good job.
2nd and 10. 3 split left, 1 right. From the pistol, Wilcox drops back to throw, sets his feet, fires over the middle, and it's tipped away. He wanted Charlie Brantley inside the 10. But hand by Cy Hallberg, who already has a pick tonight, knocked it away. Flag back around the place where Wilcox let go of the ball.
So that's going to be probably, let me see here. We're moving on way back. So
yeah, Rebels act
on Leake Academy. Yeah, it's holding.
Holding call. And it happened way back where Wilcox was standing, so there's going to be a. Well, no, they mark it back to the hold was back close to beyond the line of scrimmage, back to the 44. That's second and 1st and 20 or second and 20.
2nd and 20.
Handoff Welch. Hit hard at the 40, stays on his feet and slides over to the left for a little more yard. For another yard or so. But just some hard hitting from Whit Welch. He is a physical runner and then some tonight.
Oh, yeah, Welch has got a pair of legs on him. He tried to get to hold 20, but
4-yard gain on the play.
Only got 4.
8:20, clock ticking. Rebels on a nice sustained drive here to start the half. Wilcox throws short underneath, complete at the 35 to Aiden Watkins. He goes outside the numbers. And then Beckett Leslie spills him at about the 32. So that will make it 3rd and about 9 for Leake. Yard marker on the far side says third. Yeah, and it is 4th down. That's right, 4th down and 9. Penalty got me a little confused. That was on 2nd down and not 1st down. So 4th and 9. Got to go for it here. Got to get to the 24. They'll look left. Look right, throw back left. Watkins catches the ball, gets inside the 30, but he's going to be stopped short of the first down as he's driven out of bounds at about the 27, and that will be a turnover on downs to Starkville. He wound up about 3 yards short.
Penalty kind of stuck in on that play right there, and it's just, part of the ball game.
Yep. Stalled the drive really stalled with that holding penalty. And they mark him out at the 26 to be exact, and that's where Starkville will begin their first possession of the half at the 7.5-minute mark of the third quarter, presented by Gibson Cleaners. Empty backfield. Quarterback keeper, right side, Bennett gets away from Dylan Jones, but good pursuit to the ball. Rebels swarm him. Aiden Watkins just ate him up there, and Jake Brown was there to make sure that he didn't get away. Gain of only half a yard on the play. Call it 2nd and 9, but that's being generous. Really about 2nd and 10.
Yep, 2nd and 10.
We'll say no gain. Tonight's broadcast powered by Central Electric Power Association. 28-7, Starkville in the lead, in command. Snap back to Bennett. He's going to throw into the flat. Pass caught, and good open field tackle out there by Riley Myers. Keep the gain short.
Third down.
Pass was thrown to Justin Ming. He made his first catch of the night, but could not turn upfield. They get about 4 on the play. Ball nose of the ball just touching the 30. So they've got about 5.5, 6 yards to go. Ball at 3rd and 6 from the 30. 4 wideouts. Empty backfield. And a Rebel came offside, and that will make it 3rd and short. The hard count strikes again.
Yep, hard count is pretty bad right there. He just was a little bit over the line.
Aiden Watkins checking in the ball game at defensive end for Jake Adams, and Riley Myers had a brief breather there. And he'll come in for Marshall Robertson. So 3rd and 1.
Defensive front needs to make a stand right here.
A lot of things you could do here if you're Starkville at 3rd and 1. They've had an effective short passing game. And they'll take the heat time out with 5:57 to go. Starkville 28, Leake 7. Back with more Leake Academy football after this.
If spending days looking for a top dollar for your timber has left you feeling like you're barking up the wrong tree, then I would listen closely. Welch Forest Products in Union does it better than anyone and with the least possible damage to your property. Whether it's management, forestry care, pine plantation, thinning, or site prep, the last number you'll dial is 601-774-8200. They buy land with or without timber too. Call Bo Welch now at Welch Forest Products today. 601-774-8200.
He's headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Leake Academy.
The Junction and Prince Oil Fuel Champions. As you travel to the game, shop and fuel with people who are invested in your community. 60 years of fueling Central Mississippi and champions like Leake Academy. Locations are all over Mississippi. Carthage, Philadelphia, Oxford, Ridgeland, Scuba, Louisville, Newton, and Union. They also do catering.
So be sure to put some Junction in your next function.
It's the Junction and Prince Oil.
Boswell Media Sports.
Possession play for the Starkville Volunteers, 3rd and 1. 3 wide receivers. Bennett hands it off. Hit in the backfield.
Got him.
He will not get the first down. And tip the cap to Dylan Jones, who got back there, disrupted the play, and then Jared Sims was there to put the finishing touches on him. No gain on the play. Forced 4th and 1. Looks like the punter's coming out.
Hey, I'm so glad Starkville took that time out because it gave our defense a little breather right there. Got together, got a good stop by Dylan Jones. Hey, let's make something happen.
Score update, halftime, Kosciuszko trails Winona 13-0. 5:15, clock ticking. Rebels get Charlie Brantley back to receive the punt. It's a short punt, going to hit at the 45, an angle out of bounds inside the 40. Rebels will take over after a relatively short punt at the 38-yard line in their own territory, trailing 28-7. Tonight's third quarter presented by Gibson Cleaners.
So we got lucky with that wobbly punt. Kind of wish we had somebody right there to catch it, but hey.
Yeah, in fact, they give him the 39 now. It's funny the adjustments that go on, but okay. We'll take every yard we can get. 39-yard line to start. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Rebels have run from the pistol. Very high snap, pulled down by Wilcox, handed off to Welch, and this time he'll get strung out, moved along the left side and into the near sideline where 3 Volunteers drive him down at the 42, and that's a pickup of 2, maybe. Well, they'll give him 3, even 4. Nice spot to the 43. So we'll call it 2nd and 6, and same formation. Ball on the left hash, 4.5 minutes to play in the third. Wilcox wants to throw, fires it over the middle, sliding in and making the interception for Starkville is look like number 2, Cy Hallberg, getting his second pick of the night. And that safety just waiting back there, just slid in and got the ball.
He's underthrowing the ball. Had a receiver wide open right behind the guy that just picked him off, but hey, it happens.
So rough night throwing the ball for LA. Trailing 28-7. Starkville's offense back on the field at the 37-yard line, 38. They'll bring the slot man in motion, give it straight ahead to Nicholas, and Nicholas will burrow ahead to the 40 and go down at that point. He picks up 2, maybe 3. Call it a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7.
Defense come out of the locker room playing some good football.
Yep. Tanner Johnson coming into the game. Garrett Sims. 3 wide outs. H back to the left, running back left. Hand off Nicholas. He comes up the left seam. Goes to the 44 before being driven to the turf. And looks like Bryce Watkins making the stop for the Rebels. I have him with unofficially with 7 tackles so far. He has been a busy middle linebacker. Clock winding, 3.5 minutes to play third quarter.
One of our star of the games, I want to say. Go ahead.
3:20 as they come to the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 4. About the 44-yard line. Throw it, caught at midfield. That's Geis. Geis stays on his feet, breaks through, out to the 30, to the 20. One man to beat to the end zone, and he'll beat him. Touchdown on a little quick slant throw to the inside receiver, Wyatt Bice. And it's 55 yards, and the route is on for Starkville.
Had him right there on the midfield and just couldn't wrap him up.
Clock stopped with 3:02 to play in the quarter. Kicking team on, left-footed kicker Tanner McKee is ready. Low snap, and they'll have to scramble around, throw it toward the end zone, and they get the 2-point conversion thrown from Jackson Walters. Complete in the end zone, and just everything's rolling for Starkville right now. They lead at 36-7 with 3:02 to play third quarter.
Your kid's graduation, we were there. Your summer barbecue, we were there. That Christmas you burnt the turkey, yep, we were there. 2 hours after the storm hit, you bet we were there. At South Group Cox Agency, we provide the coverage you can count on when you don't need us, and those times that you do. Coverage that's always there. South Group Cox Agency.
If you want to get the best in sportswear and gear, check out In Sports. In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia, offers screen printing with personalized jerseys, t-shirts, and fan wear to support your favorite team. In Sports also has customizable vinyl gear for spring sports like baseball and softball, as well as plaques and trophies. Looking for sports equipment? In Sports has that too. In Sports believes in giving the best possible customer service with in-town deliveries. Get ready for this sports season with In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia.
Boswell Media Sports.
Here's the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff after the volunteer touchdown and the two-point conversion. It's made it 36-7. The visitors rolling tonight in Madden. Walters, who threw the pass, kicks it deep. Bishop Harden takes it at about the 10. Coming up the right side outside the numbers. Tries to hit the sideline and can't get very far upfield. He's tackled maybe just shy of the 20-yard line. It's out on the far side. A little hard to tell. We'll firm it up for you in just a second. Looks like right on the 20 that they'll start. But a 63-yard drive after the interception. 3 interceptions, 4 in the night, but 3 that have been converted into points by Starkville Academy. That's a performance therapy reset. Our ball game, 1st and 10 from the 20. Wilcox and the Rebels. Handoff, first down. Whit Welch driving ahead. Gets a healthy gain on first down past the 25. Give him the 27, maybe the 28-yard line. Looks like he's about right in between. So he's second down and about 3. Straight ahead running has been the thing that has given the Rebels most success tonight. Looks like Aiden Watkins sort of cramping, limping a little bit, coming as H-back, and they'll run his way. And Welch out to the 35, still eluding tacklers, powering forward, dragging defenders across the 40 to the 42-yard line, and that's a big gain of about 15 yards in the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down.
I mean, Welch is a wonderful running back. He can do it on the sides. He can do it through the middle, carrying players with him. He had 6 on the bat.
He has been the offense tonight. Fresh set of downs, 42-yard line, 2.5 minutes to play third quarter. Third quarter presented by Gibson Cleaners. And an errant snap falling on it back at the 36-yard line as Welch. Couldn't get my words out there. Loss of 6 on the play. That snap just low and to the left of Wilcox. There have been a lot of high snaps tonight.
Yes, I have.
But to Wilcox's credit, he's corralled every one of them. Ben Jackson will be split out wide to the right. Myers in the slot on that side. Charlie Brantley to the left, the short side of the field. Watkins, the H-back on the left side. Pistol set. Wilcox sets to throw, fires it up deep the right side. Jackson
got it.
Had position for it and couldn't secure it. He got both hands on it, but somehow on his way to bringing it into his belly, it came out. Jackson Walters was out there in coverage.
It came out right when he hit the ground.
Good route, good throw, but just, again, for about the 3rd or 4th time tonight, it's been
good throws, but
as the old TV comedy secret agent Maxwell Smart used to say, missed it by that much. It's been what it's like tonight on some of these passes. Back to throw is Wilcox, rolling to his left, throws off the back foot, ball's floating up, anybody's ball, jump ball, and it's tipped, intercepted. Jackson Walter off the hands of Riley Myers coming to the 50, the 45 coming to the middle of the field. And he's tackled at the 45-yard line by Charlie Brantley and by Hayden Jenkins. And there's a flag back at the point where the interception was made. And Riley Myers is limping off the field, not putting any weight on his left foot, just hopping to the near sidelines. David Jones coming out to take a look at him. And there was a flag back inside the 40. That ball had a lot of air under it, Jonathan, and it was just basically a jump ball and got tipped over to Walters for Starkville.
It was a battle. Let's see what this is. waiting for the official who's looking,
pointing back to something, but not giving us any indication. 1:27 to play third quarter. Now I think now they're going to have a conversation.
I don't think they know.
Going to be an illegal block in the back. Call as Walters turned the corner on the numbers on the far side. So ball will not be in Rebel territory. It'll be in Volunteer territory. Back inside the 30. Ball set at the 28, 1st and 10. 5th INT of the night.
It was a good throw, good jump ball, but you need to swat it in front of you, not in the back of you.
1st and 10 for the Vols. Briggs Bennett, quarterback draw. Gets hit by Cade Marble and falls forward to the 32-yard line for a gain of 3, maybe 4. See where they mark it. Yeah, he gets 4, and that's 2nd and 6 coming up.
Good shoestring tackle there.
Three wide outs. Now 2 running backs next to the quarterback, McKenzie. McKenzie hands it off to the quarterback. The other quarterback, Bennett. He'll fake the pitch, come up the right seam, get near the first down marker. Going to be, I think, just maybe half a yard short, up close to the 39. And again, Watkins making the tackle. He's been a tackling machine tonight for LA. 3rd and 1. Timeout called with 34 seconds to play in the quarter, but not sure why. Is it that close that it needs a measurement? Well, they will measure.
Yeah, he's about a yard shy.
They'll stretch the chains out. He's between the 38 and the 39. They'll have to come all the way from the far sideline to the near set of hash marks.
No, he did not.
Stretch the chains, and he's short by about 6 inches. 3rd and very short.
So you got 34 seconds in the third quarter, 3rd and 1. Another penalty by Starkville to bring them all the way back because they had very good field position after that run back from the interception. Defense needs to have a front strong line right here.
3rd down and inches. They'll come out in that 2-back set again in the shotgun with 3 wide receivers. Rebels bring Marshall Robertson down. Close scrimmage. Looking at that inside receiver. They'll keep it. McKenzie's going to get the first down before he's spilled by Cade Marble at the 43-yard line. So 1st down, Starkville. And that will wrap up the third quarter. Leake trails after 3 quarters. Well, they're going to stop the clock and then make sure Starkville doesn't want to run another play. They don't have to, and I have no idea why they would with things rolling their way as they are. 36-7, the end of the score. Yeah, they'll walk to the sideline, and we'll take the break, bring you back and start the fourth quarter. Leake trails 36-7 after 3, back after 60 seconds of break here on Boswell Media Sports.
When it comes to the health and well-being of your four-legged family members, you need to trust veterinary experience that you'll find with Dr. Ryan Anderson and Dr. Steve Green at Central Mississippi Animal Clinic. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic is a full-service animal hospital that specializes in both routine and emergency procedures such as medical, surgical, dental, and grooming. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic conveniently located at 900 Highway 35 South in Carthage.
Visit them online at centralmississippianimalclinic.com.
Total Pain Care is pleased to announce the addition of a full-time pain management clinic in Philadelphia. This location allows Dr. Pearson and Dr. Martin, along with Sam Kratzer, nurse practitioner, to better serve Neshoba County and surrounding areas. Our mission has always been to reduce suffering, increase function, and promote independence for our patients. For more information, visit our website at totalpaincare.org and call us today. We are located in the Medical Arts Clinic in front of Neshoba General Hospital. Total Pain Care, better quality of life, closer to home.
Boswell Media Sports.
1st and 10, Starkville from their own 43-yard line as we start play with 12 minutes on the clock, starting the fourth quarter, presented by Neshoba County Co-op. Quick pass, looks like it took a one-hop into the receiver, incomplete. They wanted to complete the pass to Cade Smith, but the pass was short off the arm of Briggs Bennett. 2nd and 10. Rebels will bring Grayson McDonald into the ball game. First time we've seen him tonight. He's going to replace Hagan Bobo. No, it's Tanner Johnson, excuse me, coming off the field on that defensive front four. It has been all orange and blue tonight. 36-7 the score. They'll run their little option play, this time dropping back to pass. McKenzie's got a man open, hit at the 30, and Charlie Brantley will tackle him at the 20. But you got to credit the separation there. Drew Williams making the catch and got a step on the cornerback, and they get a big pass play down to the 20, and they get in the David Barham Insurance red zone.
He was dead on line with that throw.
And good throw from McKenzie. Really threw it on the line. Didn't put too much air on it, but just zipped it down the field.
But our defenders, they kind of stop. And if they take one or two more steps, they could intercept that ball.
Two running back set. Fake, they'll throw the little quarterback handoff, then pass to Bice, and he will get about 5, maybe 6 yards. Looked like a couple of Rebels back there. McDonald. Looked like Marshall Robertson also being there too.
Gain of about 7 on the play, 2nd and 3. Ball's on the 14-yard line.
2nd and 3. Give him 7 yards on the pass play that they've run about 3 times tonight. This time just one back next to Bennett back at quarterback. Low snap. Throws right side again to the receiver, Williams, and quick hitch. Gets the first down, and they go inside the 10, and they're just pretty much getting that play whenever they want it.
Yes, they can. And, we stopped him right there. Right when he caught the ball, we tackled him. But stopped him from getting in the end zone.
And the Starkville students gathered behind the play clock over on the north end. Chain link fence really giving it to the Rebel defense as they come inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal from the 8. Handoff straight ahead, Nicholas, but Bryce Watkins jumps on him, grabs his leg, and pulls him down. Doesn't get much. Gets down near about the 6. And call it 2-yard gain.
Volunteers pick up about 2 there.
They'll bring Cy Hallberg into the game offensively, along with Briggs Bennett had checked in with the sideline as they are in the business of draining clock in this 4th quarter. 2nd and goal from the 6. 2 backs. Keeper off the right tackle. Going across the 5 to about the 2 is Bennett. Rebels wrap him up at that point. And McDonald in making the tackle again.
3rd down and goal from the 2, Volunteers.
3rd down and goal from the 2. Under 9.5 minutes to go in this one. We'll be at Union next week.
Defenses are going to have to watch the quarterback run.
They snap it back. Snap it back to 24, Camp Overstreet, and the Rebels get all over him and tackle him for a loss back at about the 5, maybe the 6. So field goal unit coming out for Starkville as the Rebels did a good job reading that one and swarming to the ball. Jake Adams and Camden Marble. Field goal coming up here for Tanner McKee. Lefty going to try one from about 22 yards, 22 yards we'll call it. He hits it high end over end and knocks it through. 39-7 with 8:26 to play. We'll be back after the 60-second break with the Morris Pharmacy kickoff.
Did you know that shapes have sounds? This is the sound of a square. Because it's Wendy's fresh, never frozen beef served up on those hot and juicy hamburgers. And this is the sound of a circle. Not the Arctic Circle, but a circle of frozen beef that's flash frozen somewhere else. And this is the sound of a triangle. Anyway, when you want hot and juicy hamburgers, go for the square at Wendy's. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's hot and juicy hamburgers.
Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Dr. Craig Martin, family and staff are proud supporters of Leake Academy football. Good luck this season.
Today, I will do what others won't, so tomorrow I can accomplish what others can't.
Dr. Martin and his professional staff look forward to serving you in general dentistry. Dr. Craig Martin, General Dentistry and Facial Aesthetics, 1001 East Main Street, Philadelphia.
Boswell Media Sports.
Moore's Pharmacy kickoff coming up from Starkville. Bishop Hardin and Charlie Brantley lined up deep along the 10-yard line. Field goal of 23 yards makes it 39-7 in favor of the visitors from Oktibbeha County. Starkville's got a game against French Camp at home next week. The Rebels travel to Union. Deep kickoff. Bishop Hardin takes it at the 10. Comes up the numbers right side, breaks to the outside, picks up a couple of blocks, 35, and is knocked off his sticks before he can reach the 40. Good return there from Bishop Hardin. Rebels take over with 8:18 to play in the ball game. Fourth quarter presented by the Neshoba County Co-op. Rhett Stovall checks into the game at wide receiver, and Mathen Weaver is also out there. Ben Jackson split out wide to the right. Welch and Wilcox in the backfield. Aiden Watkins, the H-back, over on the left side. Handoff Welch. He'll pound it to the 40, maybe the 41. Gain of a couple. See exactly where they mark it. Looks like call it two, maybe three. We're just past the 42nd and 8. Under 8 minutes to play. Remember the Piggly Wiggly post game when the clock hit 0? We'll wrap it up. Coach Pickens usually gets up here and meets with us as well. Hand off Welch, and he's popped in the backfield, just blowing through the block back there. It's one of the defensive linemen. I think that was Big Jackson Easton, 97. His jersey's all bunched up, so I can't tell exactly who that was making the hit, but it's a loss. Back to the original line of scrimmage, to the 38. Third and 10 facing the Rebels. Weaver and Jackson split to the right, and Stovall out to the left.
George needs to make a big throw right here.
Sets up, gonna loft one up deep right side and drop it in on Jackson, but was he in bounds? No, he was not. He was out of bounds, incomplete. Good throw and catch, just led him a step out of bounds along the 35-yard line in enemy territory, but now it's fourth down and a punt situation for the Rebels.
George has been making some wonderful throws, but the receivers just can't get a hand on it.
39-7 the score, 6:55 left to play. Remember, next week's ball game in Union, kickoff at 7:30, not at 7, like we're used to, so we'll start everything 30 minutes later. We'll have video for you for the road game, and hopefully for all Rebel home games, it'll be a week-to-week thing as we see what kind of facilities are possible there. The snap is back to Stovall, but their whistles blowing the play dead. Looks like the Rebels are guilty of a pre-snap penalty. Nope, delay of game.
Yep, delay of game.
So that's a pre-snap penalty. Yeah. So there's not much going right for the red and blue. And there have been some breakdowns in all three phases of the game: special teams, defense, and offense.
You know, injuries on your team can really mess up a team, but hey, they're doing a good job, you know, without the big players.
Stovall will punt it, gets nice distance on it, drives the receiver back to the 35. And Hallberg is wrapped up before he can get to the 40. Good combo on the tackle there. Dylan Massey and Garrett Joyner combining on the stop. Ball at the 39-yard line, and Starkville will come out, and they have been efficient and effective. It looks like they're bringing some few more bench players out there. They've got gone back and forth between Luke McKenzie and Briggs Bennett. Each of them has thrown a touchdown pass tonight. Bennett has thrown a couple of them. Knee-high snap, handoff straight ahead, but no gain on the play. Luke Johnson getting his first carry tonight for the Vols. And Dylan Jones and Lucas Thomas combined to make the tackle.
Dylan Jones has been making some good tackles tonight. I'm proud of that young man.
Gain of maybe a yard. Second and about 9. Gage Bennett checks in for Tanner Johnson for LA. And also Rhett Stovall in for Bishop Hardin. Marshall Robertson in at safety. Also some new linebackers. We'll get those numbers in just a second, but there's a heat timeout here with 5:57 to play. Looks like they're going to take it. We'll take it with them. Rebels down 39-7, back in 60 on Boswell Media Sports.
Dr. Brooke Bobo and his staff at Carthage Veterinary Clinic wish you and your animals the very best. They treat all animals, large or small, with the care you would want for a member of your family. Carthage Veterinary Clinic provide for your sick or injured animals and also offer grooming and boarding as well. Located on Highway 16, Carthage Veterinary Clinic is open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7:30 until 5:30, and Wednesday and Saturday from 7:30 till noon.
Before you begin those do-it-yourself projects outside your home or business, be sure you know where your underground utilities are located. Always call before you dig. One easy phone call to 811 can protect you from injury and expense. Plus, it's the law in Mississippi. Make the call and avoid serious or fatal injury. For more electrical safety tips, contact Central Electric Power Association, serving you since 1937, an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Boswell Media Sports.
Second and 9 for Starkville. Whole bunch of Rebel subs in on defense. We'll try to get them all for you in a minute. I'll go ahead and call a couple of them. Grayson McDonald, Pete Peebles, Gabriel Quick, Braden Hall in the game. Handoff goes to Luke Johnson. He comes to the outside. Will get chased down by Marshall Robertson at about the 44-yard line. A pickup of about 5. So third down and 5. And Alex McDill comes into the game. 36, Evan Carroll, Garrett Joyner in the game. Evan Carroll will come out just as I got his number called. Third and 5 for the orange and blue. 5:15, clock ticking. Knee-high snap, McKenzie slings it out. Nice job climbing the ladder to make the catch, turn up the field, and down to the 50-yard line goes Alex Friedhaber.
Receivers have to jump up to get the ball, but defense, they're just playing light right now.
Charlie Brantley on the tackle. I think he's the only starter that's out there. Well, he and Jake Brown are the only starters out there, and now Jake Rudolph comes into the game. He'll replace Brantley at corner. And Brown's on the sideline as well, so I think all second team group out there now. Handoff again to Johnson. Come to the outside, get the corner, and get driven out of bounds on the far side. He may be a yard or so short of the first down. More subs coming in. Caden Chipley into the game, and Alex McDill and Gage Bennett return. So some Rebels getting some valuable game reps here in this late blowout. 4:15 and clock ticking away. Starkville in no hurry. They've got a lot of second-team personnel on the field as well. McKenzie hands off to Johnson. He gets to the second level, barrels across the 35 down near the 32. That's a first down for the Vols. Their whistle's blowing. Not sure why. Nope, no penalty. I think they're just switching balls out.
Yep.
Tanner Johnson and Evan Carroll return to the game for Bennett and McDill. Starkville 39, Leake 7. Leake got their only touchdown in the second quarter on a 22-yard run from Whit Welch. Welch has been most of the offense. Starkville's going to let the clock get down to 1 and then use up a timeout. We'll take that timeout with them, back with 3:14 to play.
T&K Farms Wood-Mizer is Mississippi's Wood-Mizer sawmill equipment dealership. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer sells the complete Wood-Mizer equipment line from small personal sawmills to the industrial equipment lineup. T&K Farms stocks parts and has experienced factory-trained service technicians with both in-shop and mobile service available. See T&K Farms Wood-Mizer to start your saw accepted for all services. Like them on Facebook. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer, just off Highway 25 at 1128 Liberty Road, Louisville, 662-803-4332.
Smith & Smith is the longest-standing law firm in Leake County. They're proud to support Leake Academy and all area football teams this year. Winning means you're willing to go longer, work harder, and give more than anyone else. Smith & Smith Law Firm has worked hard for years, and it's paid off. So will your work, young men. Smith & Smith is here to help you survive criminal and family law. Smith & Smith, 207 Water Street, Carthage, or atjesmith.law, jesmith.law, or call 601-267-5611.
Boswell Media Sports.
First down play, they try a little sweep out to the left side to the Volunteers, and Caden Chipley helped make the tackle there on Connor Bastow. 2nd and 9, he got about half a yard. Matthew Nowell into the game for Rhett Stovall. Also Jake Rudolph back in, playing out at corner. 3 wide outs, 2:34 to play. Tonight's broadcast powered by Central Electric Power Association. Kinsey hands it off to Johnson. He bounces off a defender, gets into the open, 20, 15, steps inside a defender, but tripped up inside the 10 by Matthew Nowell. That's another trip into the David Barham Insurance red zone for Starkville.
Refs missed a hold call on the 15, but it's too late now.
Ball marked at about the 6-7 yard line, maybe. I'm trying to see where they haven't put the ball down quite yet. Just that tough angle. Looks like about the 7. Well, that's what we'll call it. 1st and goal. Where the Vols leading 36-7, under 2 minutes to play. McKenzie surveys the defense. Takes the low snap, hands it to Johnson. Gets to the right side. Rebels get there, though, as he comes across the 5 inside the 4. Nowell and McDonald getting there for L.A. Under 90 seconds to play.
And Gabe Bennett as well.
Gage Bennett helped getting in there, making the tackle. Minute 15. Coach Chase Nicholson sending his quarterback in with the call. 20 seconds on the play clock. They don't have to snap it till there's about under 50 seconds to play in the game. Leading 39-7. Johnson at his left hip. Johnson takes the handoff up the middle. Rebels hit him once, twice, 3 times. So he crosses, goes inside the 5. Saw Garrett Joyner, one of those making contact for L.A. There's only about 5 seconds, 6 seconds difference between play clock and game clock. It looks like Starkville's going to try to punch it in one more time. They've got basically another play to run. They wouldn't have to snap again. Well, now something looked a little different. Now it looks like anyway, I may have read the clocks wrong. So, yeah, 3, 2, 1. Looks like that's going to be the end of the ball game. 39-7 the final. Big victory for Starkville as they come to Madden and defeat Leake handily will start the Piggly Wiggly postgame after we take this break. So don't go anywhere as Leake Academy football continues.
Tired of being tired of laundry?
Let me tell you about the laundry lifesavers, Gibson Cleaners. Yes, I'm probably talking to you females out there because let's be honest, y'all are the ones getting stuck with the dirty laundry. Should I say it again? Gibson Cleaners, your laundry lifesaver. Just drop it off on your way to work, have a great day, and pick it up on your way home. Now prop up your feet and relax. Thanks to Gibson Cleaners, your official laundry lifesaver for life.
446 Beacon Street in Philadelphia.
Did you know most people overpay by up to 50% for individual health insurance? David Barham Insurance will save you that. Plus, David has the best rates on the market for Medicare supplements. The solution is not on the internet or far away. It's right here in Carthage. David Barham, a local insurance agent you can trust. Make sure you have the best coverage and price. Call David Barham, 601-941-1280 on the north side of the square in Carthage.
Dr. Craig Martin, family and staff are proud supporters of Leake Academy football. Good luck in this season.
Today I will do what others won't, so tomorrow I can accomplish what others can't.
Dr. Martin and his professional staff look forward to serving you in general dentistry. Dr. Craig Martin, General Dentistry and Facial Aesthetics, 1001 East Main Street, Philadelphia.
Southern Soul is the place where you slide your feet under the table and feel right at home. That's because their Southern home-style cooking really is just like being at Grandma's. Tuesday through Sunday, the fine folks at Southern Soul will serve you your choice of a delicious plate lunch in a nice family atmosphere. For the salad lovers, they have a fresh salad bar with all the fixins. It's Southern Soul, just like Grandma used to make it. Highway 16, Carthage.
Smith & Smith is the longest-standing law firm in Leake County. They're proud to support Leake Academy and all area football teams this year. Winning means you're willing to go longer, work harder, and give more than anyone else. Smith & Smith Law Firm has worked hard for years, and it's paid off. So will your work, young men. Smith & Smith is here to help you survive criminal and family law. Smith & Smith, 207 Water Street, Carthage, or atjesmith.law, jesmith.law, or call 601-267-5611.
Attention, deer slayers. We are talking to you.
Why should you make Neshoba County Co-op a priority? They are the hunting headquarters. Repeat, the hunting headquarters. Come get your game plot mixes and fertilizer today. They have your tree stands, game cameras, scents, and knives too. Neshoba County Co-op has the most abundant line of camo clothing and rubber boots you hunters out there are looking for. Oh, and don't wait. You better do your Christmas shopping while you're there.
Neshoba County Co-op, Main Street, Philadelphia.
What's stopping you from shopping local?
It's hard to tell what's actually local and what's just called local.
At Piggly Wiggly in Carthage, local means right here in Carthage.
Here at Piggly Wiggly, local and freshness are two very important words. Freshness means a lot in your kitchen, and local means a lot to our community.
Supporting local because we are local. Piggly Wiggly, with a convenient location just off Highway 16 in the heart of Carthage.
Shop local from your friends at Piggly Wiggly in Carthage.
Boswell Media Sports.
We start the Piggly Wiggly of Carthage postgame report from Madden as Starkville comes in and gets a resounding 39-7 victory, thumping the Rebels home tonight. The Rebels fall to 1-2 on the season. Haven't played a district game yet. Starkville at 3-1 now with the victory tonight. And Jonathan Fitzhugh, Leake found themselves back on their heels early in this ball game, didn't they?
Well, as I said, in the fourth quarter, injuries really kind of bring a team down, and that's what has happened today. You didn't have your all-star quarterback, Red Atkins. But George did a very good job coming in, throwing the ball. He had some dead-on spots, but the receiver just couldn't get the ball. And sometimes Starkville Academy had more catches than what we did.
Yeah, Starkville Academy really balanced tonight. They threw it short, threw it long, completed a couple of long passes when they needed, and they had a good game plan, and they carried it out. Worked out at the edges, I thought. They did not really run the ball effectively up the middle, but what they did to Leake was get to the outside again and again and again, both running the ball with some option and also some quick throws and throws up the sideline. The Rebels didn't give up much in the middle at all.
Yep.
But 14-0 in the first quarter. Starkville Academy jumped out to the lead. They led it 20-0 deep into the second quarter, and the Rebels responded with a 60-yard drive that ended with a 22-yard run by Whit Welch. Nowell's extra point made it 20-7 with 1:13 to go before half. So you felt at that point like the Rebels were about to get themselves gathered back up, get back in the ball game. But then I think the pivotal play in the game happened next. That kickoff returned by Charlie Nicholas for 85 yards, and then and they got a 2-point conversion after that, and it was 28-7. And all of a sudden, all the air was just leaking out of the balloon at that point for LA.
Yep, special teams plays can do that, and wish we would have had one. That probably would have boosted up a little bit, but Starkville had the only one with that run back, and they deserved the win. And I mean, we would love the win, but hey.
Yep, no question about it, but wasn't what happened tonight. I'll take a quick look at the scoreboard, and remember, stay tuned. Later on in the postgame report, we'll present tonight's In Sports Players of the Game. Jonathan and I, but we're checking the Friday night scoreboard one more time before we take a break here and waiting for that to refresh. Here we go. It's coming our way, we hope, but maybe not. Let's see. Now it doesn't want to show me anything. We're gonna take the break, and then we'll come back, check the scoreboard, and name tonight's In Sports Players of the Game as Leake Academy football continues.
When it comes to the health and well-being of your four-legged family members, you need to trust veterinary experience that you'll find with Dr. Ryan Anderson and Dr. Steve Green at Central Mississippi Animal Clinic. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic is a full-service animal hospital that specializes in both routine and emergency procedures such as medical, surgical, dental, and grooming. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic conveniently located at 900 Highway 35 South in Carthage.
Visit them online at centralmississippianimalclinic.com.
Moore's Pharmacy always looks forward to seeing their customers, and they provide 4 locations for you: Carthage, Walnut Grove, Sebastopol, and Lena. They also provide services to make your life easier, such as the flavored medicine machine for your children, Pack My Meds, hormone replacement therapy, and compounding. They also take most insurances. Moore's Pharmacy, Carthage, Walnut Grove, Sebastopol, and Lena. Always the shortest wait time, fastest service, and lowest prices because they will price match for you. Follow them on Facebook. Moore's Pharmacy, your family hometown pharmacy.
What's stopping you from shopping local?
It's hard to tell what's actually local and what's just called local.
At Piggly Wiggly in Carthage, local means right here in Carthage.
Here at Piggly Wiggly, local and freshness are 2 very important words. Freshness means a lot in your kitchen, and local means a lot to our community.
Supporting local because we are local. Piggly Wiggly, with a convenient location just off Highway 16 in the heart of Carthage.
Shop local from your friends at Piggly Wiggly in Carthage.
If you want to get the best in sportswear and gear, check out In Sports. In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia, offers screen printing with personalized jerseys, T-shirts, and fan wear to support your favorite team. In Sports also has customizable
Performance Therapy wants to help educate you on
when it comes to the health and well-being.
Performance Therapy wants to help educate you on specialty therapies that could give you relief in just a few visits. Dry needling is a technique using dry needles without medication. They're inserted through the skin into areas of the muscle. It improves pain control and reduces muscle tension. They also offer aquatic therapy in Carthage. This can increase your flexibility, strength, and stamina while alleviating pain and speeding your recovery time. Performance Therapy. Comprehensive care. Hands-on treatment. Proven results. Philadelphia, Carthage, Canton, Brandon, Gluckstadt, McGee, Lawrence, Raymond, and Pelahatchie.
The poultry people at Ozark Ag and Carthage are your poultry house headquarters when it comes to your building and equipment. Whether you're retrofitting an existing farm or maybe you're building one from scratch, no pun intended, Ozark Ag has the parts and equipment you'll need to rule the roost. Plus, they also carry a large assortment of hardware materials for contractors in the area. So, visit Ozark Ag today. You'll find them located at 610 Highway 16 West, right there where Farmer Joiner's Building Supply used to be. Ozark Ag and Carthage. They're the poultry people here in Central Mississippi.
Get top dollar for your timber and the least possible damage to your property with Welch Forest Products in Union. Professionals in forestry care, management, and cutting. Welch Forest Products provide final harvesting, pine plantation thinning, and site preparation and care. They buy land with or without timber. Welch Forest Products. Call Bo Welch at 601-774-8200. Welch Forest Products in Union.
Moore's Pharmacy always looks forward to seeing their customers, and they provide 4 locations for you: Carthage, Walnut Grove, Sebastopol, and Lena. They also provide services to make your life easier, such as the flavored medicine machine for your children, Pack My Meds, hormone replacement therapy, and compounding. They also take most insurances. Moore's Pharmacy, Carthage, Walnut Grove, Sebastopol, and Lena. Always the shortest wait time, fastest service, and lowest prices because they will price match for you. Follow them on Facebook. Moore's Pharmacy, your family hometown pharmacy.
If you are looking for a career and want to make great money, Winston Plywood and Veneer is looking for amazing and highly motivated team players.
Wages starting at $15.25 to $25 an hour.
Production trainee, material handler, operator, and millwright.
Winston Plywood and Veneer offer
Healthcare, dental and vision insurance, personal time off, 401k, attendance and referral bonus program.
Apply at your local Win Job Center or Indeed.com.
Winston Plywood and Veneer is an equal opportunity employer.
Baptist Leake Primary 1470, our number one priority.
What's stopping you from
Shop local from your...
We bring you back for the final segment of tonight's Piggly Wiggly of Carthage postgame, and the Rebels fall to Starkville Academy 39-7, fall to 1-2 in the year. Game at Union next week will be on the air 6:45 with the pregame and kickoff at 7:30, not 7. And look for the video link at kicks96news.com. It's time now to name tonight's in-sports players of the game, and certainly, as Jonathan said earlier, it wasn't an effort that fell short tonight. A lot of Rebels with some good effort tonight, but we've pinpointed a couple of LA players who were deserving of recognition as this week's in-sports players of the game. Who you got as one?
All right, I want to say Colton Burns. He made some good tackles. I counted about 3 of them. Big-time senior, he went in there. He made some blocks, got some tackles, and, I'm just was very pleased to see him getting inside the game and doing his job.
Colton Burns. And on the defensive side, Bryce Watkins had, unofficially by my count, something in the neighborhood of 10 tackles. I think I have him with 9 officially, and sometimes I miss a few. So a big night tackling from the middle linebacker, Bryce Watkins. So congratulations to Bryce Watkins and Colton Burns, left tackle for the Rebels. They are tonight's in-sports players of the game. Well, that'll do it for us here. Rebels need to get healed up a little bit, and certainly some things got exposed tonight that the coaches will want to work on, and they want to, Union's going to see that film. They were trailing Scott Central 24-8 around halftime. The last score we saw was promised scores, but the ScoreStream app has just completely gone dead. So apologize for that. Don't have much for you there. But we're going to wrap things up, and we appreciate our great sponsors helping us out. It was great to welcome David Barham Insurance into the sponsor family tonight, and they sponsored the David Barham Insurance Red Zone. Just wish the Rebels had paid a few more visits there tonight.
Indeed. And let me add something, if I may. George is stepping up pretty good. He made some great throws, and I think next week, after a full week of practice, he might. No, he may not, but he's going to do great. There's no might about it.
Join us next week on the video stream presented by Smith & Smith Attorneys. Thanks to our studio engineer, Billy Steen, John Alden Crosby operating the action camera here at Thagard Field. We're grateful for our pregame producers. That's Breck Riley, also helping out BMO, and Ashley Davis working with graphics and sales, and some of that video that you see. Some of Ashley's fingerprints are on that. And Breck setting up that score bug for us that so many of you like on the video, and it's good to have that added to the broadcast. Of course, Lisa at the spear point of sales, also Laura keeping things together at Boswell Media, and great team effort, and we appreciate the big bosses, Melissa and Johnny, for keeping us employed with this and giving us the opportunity to do it. So for all of them, to all of them, thanks. And for my partner, Jonathan Fitzhugh, I'm Philip Palmertree, thanking you all for listening. If you don't listen, none of this matters. So we'll try to catch you next week and hope for a better result as the Rebels take on the Union Yellow Jackets for the second time ever. We'll sign off now from Thagard Field, where Starkville has defeated Leake 39-7. We'll see you next week. Grace and peace, and go Rebels. Good night.